Okay, so
I've never been a part of any of that.
you don't look at all like somebody to get into a fight.
The best part was I messaged my dad and I was like, Dad, I got part of a fight on accident. And he's like, what?
He group messages me while I'm at work. I was kind of in a fight. What do you mean kind of in a fight? There's no kind of in a fight. And he goes, well, so these kids were fighting and I got covered in marinara. He takes a picture of me covered in marinara. I'm like, that doesn't explain anything to me. Like, who was fighting? Tomato and like Mario? I don't know what's going on. Are you getting kicked out? He goes, no. Okay, fine. I just smell like pizza sauce.
It was a marinara fight.
I gotta see that picture. Cardi, you gotta show me that picture.
Yeah, one of our characters.
I'd rather not remember being covered in marinara sauce.
You don't remember that?
No, I'd rather not remember being covered in marinara sauce.
You know what?
I smelled like tomatoes the rest of the day.
Oh my god.
Okay, so when we last left off, you guys were continuing your subtle assault on Castle Wittgendorf, having snuck in through the tunnels and mines underneath the castle, and then eventually finding a stairwell that led up to the outer ruins of the castle itself into the courtyard. A couple of you have emerged into what appears to be, like I said, a ruined section of the castle. The exterior wall of the castle seems well maintained. The interior is crumbling, falling down, and so forth. And this particular area seems to be the hovel used by several beggars. Looking at them as the sun is starting to come up, they're dirty, they're injured or sick, and showing definite signs of mutation. Between the third eye or an extra arm or...
Wait, so all these people are showing mutations?
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Okay, well, it was pretty dark last time.
The sun's come up.
We should talk
It
about
is, they're, for the most part, they seem more curious as to where you guys came from. They don't seem particularly concerned or anything like that. While you guys are talking to them, a couple of the beggars wander out into the courtyard. Now, the courtyard itself is overgrown with weeds, has not been maintained. Here and there, there's trash just laying around, other debris and so forth. You can see signs of castle guards up on the walls, especially near the main gate, but there are none currently out in the courtyard. They look out over the courtyard based on where they happen to be looking to focusing their attention. In the distance, you can hear the rumble of incoming storms. Sounds like it's probably going to be raining fairly soon, but right now there's a little bit of sunlight peeking up, and you guys have, I believe, about 45 minutes or so before the appointed time when the refugees were going to attack the front gates. Okay. The one beggar over here is wandering north towards what looks like stables. The other one over here is wandering over towards the main gatehouse. In this direction, there's an interior gatehouse that leads to the inner bailey or the inner castle. You guys are in the outer castle right now. They're separated by a large bridge over the water.
So that's towards the main.
Am I the only
that's
one that's
weird.
paused and cannot see anything?
Everybody is paused. You should be able to see, but you may not have gone up onto the surface yet.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
see anything. I was up on the surface, but I can't see anything.
Then you were not on the surface. The only ones I show are Erdem and Milton. Are the only ones that have gone up.
And you said the rest of it.
Everybody else is everybody else is down in the that 10-foot room with where the hole has been cut open. Although there's apparently a secret trap door about 5 feet away from it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, there really was.
On the surface there was a visible trap door. Inside nobody could find it.
Yeah,
So you catch your way through the roof.
Hey, we found our own crap.
that's right.
Dad's increasing annoyance.
So I see where
We make our own way.
the inner bailey is. Do I see the front gate from that corner?
Front gate would be in this direction over here, in this corner of the castle.
Start hoisting this up.
While he's walking,
I have been.
we'll start hoisting everybody up. You said the guys over here were helping too, just absentmindedly, like helping.
Yeah, I mean they seem friendly, confused, neutral. They don't seem upset or anything like that. Like I said, they seem willing to help. They're just confused why armed people are climbing up out of their ground.
Well, you guys get out of there. Hurry up.
Who else were you going to bring up?
The priest. Next.
The priest?
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and then once he's up, I'll have him keep helping. I'm gonna move around here and try to see what else I can
Well,
see.
before I help anybody else, I take my crossbow,
Load it.
load it, set it on the ground right there so I can grab it if need be.
Okay.
It's loaded, and start helping people up.
Yours is the large crossbow, right?
Yes.
Does
The ballista.
anybody have the light crossbow?
I have a bow pistol.
Yeah, you gave it to me.
Yeah. Okay.
So, do you have the sheet? That's what I was gonna ask if you had it.
I might actually.
I mean, I can bring it up in the background, but get distracted in the background.
I'm watching down the corridor, or down below, behind us.
Right. In case that other creature comes up after you. Okay. So 3 of you are up out of the hole. Who else wants to go up?
Me.
Okay.
I'll go up last.
I'm really zoomed
I'll
out.
go up second to last.
Hey, you said the guys were up on the wall, the guards. Like, going out and grabbing that guy is not an option, but
So Gowry, you were dead? That's probably because you're not playing Gowry anymore.
No, I'm playing Gallery.
they both
Okay.
died
Yeah.
Or what
last
unconscious.
session.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
you
in
did die, you
severe.
survived.
I've removed your dead condition.
Um,
I got better.
Remember, I went and found him and carried him
Yeah.
back. The group was leaving him behind.
I don't have
Oh.
it, man. I'm sorry.
He
Okay.
ran off in the combat. It's the villager fighting for the piece of human bone.
I'm gonna ask the guy right next to me what this first room along the wall is. What that goes to.
Which one, to the south or to the north?
Let's see. We'll just hold down the button. That one.
That one?
Yeah.
That one is appears to be a blacksmith shop.
Get all the way over there. Is everybody up here yet?
No.
Those two. When you come up.
So the 2 elves are still blacked
Yeah.
out.
All right, guys. We gotta move if we're moving.
I'd love to.
So who else was going up next? I got what, 4 or 5 upstairs right now. So we're missing the
Which is
elves.
Trotsky. Yeah,
And I was
Trotsky's
like
next.
1,000 feet over in the air. The whole thing.
I should be
was like,
second
I'm
to
looking-
last.
Scrolling,
Yeah,
scrolling, scrolling.
Trotsky should be next, I think.
Okay.
Second to last, and then he should be last.
Well, somebody else is dead.
He got better too. Okay.
So,
And then me.
What's over here?
which way did you go?
I'm right there next to you.
Oh, okay.
So, like I said, you guys are basically standing in human filth, where the guys have been camping out. The smell is horrible. Some of the beggars are obviously not in great condition. Those that are able to move are curious about you, trying to figure out what's going on. Impressed by all your weaponry and everything.
I walk up, I'm right next to one of them. I say, so, what have they been feeding you?
So-
Could you share?
What we don't have enough to share. The lady sends us food twice a day.
I just gave him a knife.
Fantastic. When is next feeding?
Noon.
That's one more exactly.
Not sure I can wait till noon. Has anybody kept some in their pockets?
One of them scrapes up some stuff off the ground. It looks like potato peels.
Really?
They already ate the rations I gave them.
I'm not looking for that.
Another guy in the back is like eating this handful of rations. He like swallows it and looks at you.
I will take the potato peel stuff, put it in my pocket, and say thank you,
Okay.
I'm gonna let Frederick know that
and move over here.
one of the guys
Stealthy.
went off to the north,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Okay.
And I say we gotta go towards the gate before
What is
there's
this?
a guy. There's a guy wandering over.
Okay, is he still in range? Can I still see him?
Yeah, you have to step up next to me.
Who's going over
I'm
to
gonna
the tables?
go over here.
I don't see anything but open air ground, dude. So I
can
don't know
go
what
over
else.
the
What
tables.
is,
Oh, okay, there we go.
You see him.
Okay,
is that
that's
a
much
arrow
better.
slot I'm in front of?
But there's guys.
I wanna look
There's guys
outside
up
then.
on the wall.
Okay, you just see the. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can see
Well,
through it.
there's-
No, outside
I
you
raised
see
my
the
crossbow.
the main
Do you think
trail
I should?
circling down the
Here's-
hill.
I'm gonna point out. where
One of the
we need to
beggars
go.
drops
Yeah.
their food behind you.
This is where we need to go.
It just
That's
it
the
looks
gate.
out onto the
Okay, he's
road
headed towards
where
these
your
guards over here.
refugees will be
So
coming
we
up.
need to get there real quick.
Yeah, we need to get going. I can't.
Okay.
Good spot for me.
I know.
Okay.
But we need to stay along this
From the
edge.
castle
Okay.
design
You lead the
down
way.
here to
You
the
have a better
southwest.
understanding of what's happening
I don't know if you
Down
can see. I don't know if you
Okay,
can see
that's
that.
way out.
Way out there. The main gates are roughly about here.
Jesus,
Okay.
you gotta be kidding me.
The castle is designed with a curtain wall that comes out and crosses over, basically surrounding the road that comes up to the castle as a defensive measure. And from what you know, the primary defense for the castle would be when somebody is attacking it. Because of the tight turn, they can't get battering rams in. They can't get anything significant engines like that. And anybody who tries to attack the gatehouse, the guards have plenty of perches up on the wall, right overlooking that area, and can cut down pretty much anybody in that area.
Okay.
The other thing is you hear a low moan. Sounds like a voice calling for help through the arrow slit outside, coming from your right.
But it's coming. Sounds like it's coming from outside. The wall.
Outside the wall from your right somewhere.
Okay.
Iron.
Sounds sort of like a, oh,
Son of
Mercy.
See, my perception's really high. By
Yeah.
The way.
mercy.
I'll look over at. I do a bird sound, really soft bird sound.
Okay. Impresses a couple of the beggars.
If the elf doesn't look
He
my
started
way,
looking around for a bird to eat.
Do I notice the bird sound?
Sure, there's an elf right next to you making a bird sound.
yeah, I'm a wizard actually.
What?
Okay.
Who is that? Hold on.
It's me.
Okay.
Hold
You
on.
just walk out into the open.
I say,
I walk along the wall.
I look at you,
It's still the open. You gotta stay back.
and I look at the wall next to me.
Mhm.
Does it look scalable?
The castle wall, yes, but it goes up about 20 feet.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
If
that
it
Okay.
looks scalable.
It's scalable. The exterior wall of the castle is in great shape. They've definitely been maintaining that. The building where the beggars are is complete ruins. It's collapsed years ago from age and weathering and so forth. It was not maintained. The rest of the area looks like it is stable and sturdy, but there's weeds growing up, vines climbing on the walls, etc. The grass is overgrown and covered with weeds and trash. There's a strong stench to the place that you would have assumed initially was the beggars. It seems to be sort of permeating from the entire place.
Okay.
Okay, mix of body odor, rotting meat.
Do I feel like
Rat
I can get to
feces.
that catwalk
That is why I
above the
run a playground.
entryway by climbing where I'm at?
The entryway is going to be south of the gate. Over here,
I can't see her. Where? Holy
the
crap.
the gatehouse is there.
We have
Outs,
a ways to go, y'all.
yeah. So the next building here is the smithy. There's no smoke coming from it. It looks like it's completely disused.
All right. I look at you and I say,
He wants to
whether
dance.
you understand that or not is irrelevant.
Do you speak battle tongue?
No.
And I begin, now do I.
Okay.
I begin stealthing.
Jesus Christ.
I begin stealthing. That's 5 yards. So that's my half move. Ooh, I don't like him. Who's that?
You guys shall follow him.
That's him.
That's.
I'm not looking at you guys.
I'll follow the elf. Yes, that's William.
No, I'm not looking at any of you guys.
I see you come out, and I'm going to
The
stealth,
guys at the end.
follow as well.
Like I said, from the outside curtain wall, which pretty much goes through the entire area or surrounds this entire area, There's a second floor on it, like I said, about 20 feet up. There's a walkway along the perimeter, and here and there you can see guards that are predominantly looking out of the castle, and looking every now and then they'll look in whenever there's activity.
I am keeping up against the wall, but it's hard to move my miniature.
I understand.
Up against
Yeah, I
the
understand.
wall.
I'm just following next to him.
Skip
What
along. Just
is
skip
that?
Stairwells leading up. It's the second floor of these buildings.
Yeah.
And presumably the catwalk.
Hey, priest. What should we do?
Possibly.
Fire.
Let me double check.
Paladin. No.
Paladin, priest, and Paladin.
Mm,
War priest. Yeah.
Is it staying open air? And
Scouts are doing what they
are
should
the
do.
catwalk
You and I are going to slow
the
it
stairs
down.
lead up to a second floor area and end in a pair of doors on either side. It's not open catwalk. There is a catwalk up above, but most of them don't appear to have any direct access. The only one that looks like it does is over here across the courtyard, where there's a ladder up to the catwalk.
Jesus.
Was that in the middle of the courtyard above us?
You
Over.
know, it's across the entire courtyard. We'd have to cross open. ground.
Everybody's clicking a whole bunch of times in different colors.
It's
So
It's over here.
That's spazzing out on the map.
I'm not
Go
clicking.
go over here.
Okay.
Go up here.
All I hear is
oh, okay, now I see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
just
a-
saw blue.
There's a ladder over there.
Yeah. Okay. I notified Frederick. The other guy went towards the in this direction towards what sounded like stables. That's the direction of the ladder.
Yeah, from the looks of it, for the elves, where you guys are moving slowly through the south, staying in the shadows and everything. The first building is a blacksmith shop for repairs and things like that. Looks like it's completely disused. Okay, the doors are worn and rusty. There's chips out of the stone and so forth, weeds and vines and so forth growing on it. Doesn't look like it's been used in months. The next one appears to be a stable with no doors.
We have to get past that to get
You
to
would-
the front gates.
You would have to get past it to get to the front gates.
Do I believe if I go up these stairs, I can get to a climbable spot to reach the catwalk at lesser risk?
To get to, probably not, because it looks more like apartments for servants and rooms like that, rather than for any sort of military situation. The main gatehouse doesn't start till around here.
That's why I'm not going anywhere.
That would be where you would have access to the parapet.
At Knock and Arrow,
Okay,
I am keeping an eye on the person that's clear across the entire.
right. You do see this area over here. There appears to be quite a bit of movement of people in the shadows.
Okay, that one I'm not worried about. I'm worried about the one I can see clear across the way.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I'll click.
No. Click and hold and it'll ping it. Okay.
That's where I'm worried about.
Okay.
Is that a window?
That is a window, and looks like a guard inside it.
That's the one I'm trying to keep an eye on. These I mean my keen elven sight I can tell appear to be similar to the peasants we were just with apparently. So I'm gonna skip this. God, what is this person doing? Stay put. I'm gonna move to I have 10 yards of movement. So I stealth. Oops.
And you won't be able to go through the wall.
Oh, you silly thing. So I have to go out.
Yeah.
And then, ooh, I don't like that. I'm going to move to here because I want to be able to see what's in a little bit further. I'm trying to look around the corner.
Okay.
Okay. So I get to see that. That's
Yeah.
good.
Inside is stalls, and there are. Let's see. You see several horses in the stalls. They have blankets on them, as if they're still settled for the night.
Okay.
Given that it's pre-dawn at this point. From your knowledge, the castle will probably be waking up any time now, given that it's dawn. So servants and so forth will be getting up to do their work.
How much time do we have before they come in?
About 45 minutes.
That's a long time.
That is a long time. So meanwhile, the rest of you are slowly moving into the side area. The elves have you saw them disappear to the south in the shadows, and then you've effectively lost track of them.
Is this a wagon?
Is this a
Okay.
wagon?
Looks
Where?
like a wagon.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be a wagon.
What's
Old
the-
wagon doesn't look like it's usable.
What's the northern building over there?
The northern building over here appears to be a stable.
What?
This appears to be a coach house.
Okay.
This appears to be access into quarters for servants and so forth.
We could
Do they look like they're in disrepair?
The wagon, absolutely.
I'm talking the quarters and the three facilities north.
Yes, all the buildings look to be in disrepair. Functional, stable. The buildings are still standing, but there's signs of lack of repair. The roofs are sagging, etc. The only one that's truly ruined is the one that you guys came up in.
Let's go into the workshop.
Should I stay where I'm at for now? Since
Yeah, give them a moment to catch up.
But you said the doors on the workshop were rusty, right?
All the doors. Well, when they came by, yes, they saw that there was rust on the doors, and it looks like it'd been disused for months.
That probably give us away.
I think us standing out here in a ruined building will give us away.
Or maybe the guy smashing the stove with a giant hammer. Okay, I'm. You wanna hole up in the room and let the elves go open the gate?
Yeah.
What if?
I'm reluctant to do it because then we're trapped.
And they're
What if we make our way through the northern building towards the catwalk? And then get
I'm not
out.
opposed to that idea.
I think that's more of a it takes us further away from the front gate.
I wouldn't think we would be back. And they pay attention to it. And in case there's a large sound back down the hole.
Yeah. This is our
If we don't have people to take said castle, we're not taking the castle.
right. I think we just need to stay out of the
Who's
view.
walking around in the middle out there?
That was the guy
Good
that
question.
I talked to right before
Fred.
right after I climbed up. This
Steve.
guy, he wandered off. I don't know where
Steve.
he's gone now, but was that where he's at?
That's- yeah.
Okay. I was like,
The
I see
graphics
the
and everything.
black light.
Yeah, the graphics tend to blend in, so I was highlighting where he was.
we never know
Currently.
exactly.
so he's not actively. What I'm seeing, he isn't actively going towards the guards. Then he was just more wandering around.
I don't know what you saw.
Well, I've been standing in the corner there, so I've been watching him go over and around. And
He moved around. He went a couple of different places. Now he's sort of wandering through the courtyard. Seems to be heading towards the stable area.
I'm with Jordan this one. I think we should pull up the forge.
So the servants' quarters to the north, do they appear to be occupied? Oh, yep, they do.
Well, so far they haven't really reacted to us. Maybe we could go ping them for information.
well, I was asking him information here, but if they're going that, if the elves are going that way to the catwalk, or wherever the heck they're going, if we go to the north, we won't be stuck in there, and there's other options to go inside too.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't look like from
W.
here,
Yeah.
from where I'm at in the corner, it doesn't look like that is a direct view of the guards up in the tower, straight across from us. So
Now, if it matters, this building over here appears to be a armory or barracks, more military defensive type, like an interior keep. The main hall is this large square building on this side, on the west, and then you have the inner gatehouse here.
But this is still this whole area is still the outer bailey, right?
Yes, this is the outer castle.
And there's still a drawbridge we have to get across.
Past the second gatehouse,
Yeah.
there's a bridge that leads out to a secondary gatehouse and then to another gate into the inner bailey or the inner castle.
but to go outside, it's this down here, right? This is where you said the.
The southern one is the gate out. That's where you need to functionally open. That's where the assault's going to come
Can
from.
you use your holy pickaxe?
I don't think this is gonna work.
Go So if we can sneak
Doubt
along the
creeps
edge
in.
of this, if we can sneak along the edge, if we can sneak along the edge of the buildings here, down the same way that the long tall fellas went.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the gatehouse is. If we can go down there and get those doors open, the inner gatehouse and stuff we aren't worried about right now. I mean, they're gonna come out. They're gonna come out, but whether it's they see us or not, or we get a head start to get that gate open.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think the entire assault's gonna fail. They're just gonna see the villagers storming the outer bailey and then just pull the drawbridge up, and we're all gonna be on the wrong side of a moat.
No, we're gonna open up the gates. They don't have a drawbridge on
They
the
have a
inside. He's
drawbridge
talking about
in the inner castle.
on the bailey.
Yeah.
Going into the actual building. We can hold them out up there if we have to. If we take this with,
Turn them out.
with that group of people,
Mm-hmm.
they don't get a choice at that point.
Okay. Okay.
But getting there, and we need to.
He's going in the building, guys.
Oh, that one guy came right back over by us. That's good.
So
There's
I
two
can't
people.
move, but you're
That's
having that
different
thing
guy.
continue to move.
They're wandering around while you're stealthing, trying to avoid being spotted.
So where are we going?
You guys can go ahead and move a little bit further, since they're obviously trying to figure out a plan.
I
See my
going
whisper?
to ask
The original one.
a question.
He's told me.
Then ask the question.
Go ahead.
What, Dad?
Yeah.
So,
Really?
from my background,
William,
would
put
there
that down, buddy. You're flashing me the
like,
lasers.
any knowledge of this castle or something? Would the only way up to the gatehouse to like open up the gate would be through the catwalk or
No,
by climbing?
the catwalk might give you access to the upper levels of the gatehouse. The gatehouse typically would have a wheel mechanism inside it, typically on the second floor. This gatehouse doesn't appear to have a third floor, so it'd be the second floor. Now the parapets that go around the castle, they're not continuous because they're interrupted by a couple of these other buildings that reach up to the top. So with effort, you could probably climb onto their roofs, etc., and cross over. But generally speaking, the only catwalk that's near you is the one that's directly above the ruin where you're at, and it only goes over to the building that you're at. So it's not really going to give you access to that. Your access to the gatehouse and the gate mechanism would be through the gatehouse itself,
Okay.
which means, assuming the castle has standard defenses, you're going to need to defeat some guards in that building, because they typically would not leave that unguarded for exactly this reason.
Okay.
Let's get in the stables, start working our way south, right? Down to the ruined building. Just try to stay in the shadows until we get over. Or man, I really don't like the way this map is presenting with the line of sight issues. Because all I'm seeing is just black everywhere and this weird convoluted line of sight bullshit. I'm not getting a good vision of what the hell I'm looking
Because
at.
I think that's the point.
Yeah, you don't have good vision, and it's
No, you're not
dim light.
understanding. What I'm saying is, I'm not really sure what's a fucking wall, what's a building,
okay.
all this. All I see is a floor plan.
And I grant that, and you see shapes that may or may not be buildings or walls.
Yeah.
So, the simple answer is move you out to here, so you get perspective. Okay, the sections here where you see those little triangles on the wall, the arrow slits.
Yeah.
Where you were, there's two little triangles on the black.
Okay.
Okay, those are arrow slits. That's the exterior wall.
Okay.
Okay, everywhere else is going to be a building of some sort. Okay, because everywhere there is wall, there are arrow slits, because it's a defensive fortification. Now, wherever there are arrow slits, there's a corresponding parapet above it.
Okay.
You can go from that parapet above to the roofs of the various buildings, which would give you access along there, but there's not a one wall walkway that goes around the whole entire perimeter. That's the
barracks.
that's the military looking
And
armory
up here
type thing.
somewhere is the walkway.
Right here, yes. There's a walkway there, right there. That's
With
the
a
only
ladder
ladder
up.
that you can see.
Okay.
Everywhere else, defensively, if they needed to man those walkways, they'd bring a ladder and climb up.
What's this?
That's the western gatehouse into the interior castle.
Okay. So if we need to go to the castle, that's the direction we need to go.
If you go to the inner castle, yes. If you're trying to open the gate for your assault force, it's to the south.
It's over here.
Correct.
See, okay.
So
Now I'm kind of getting it because I thought the fucking gate was up here.
No.
No, that's just into the.
So-
Yeah.
Fuck me.
It's-
Why are we moving south?
To
That-
go open the front gate.
Yeah. Why aren't we doing it? Why are we
That's-
doing
what I-
it?
that's
Well,
what
the
I-
the elves scouted ahead.
Are we having the elves do it? And if so, we should. If so, we should.
Man, you damaged my high quality diffuser.
Oh God, Scotch tape, really?
This is a high.
I think it was just Scotch tape was dead.
Oh.
He was sticking his left hand.
I get it.
Do you have left?
Can
Stay.
the walls of the forge
This
are
is a high budget operation.
It's funny. Damn it.
the walls of the forge are stone, correct?
Walls of the
Don't
all of the
think about
buildings are
breaking
stone.
the walls.
Can you just
Don't even think about breaking the walls.
can you chip your way through the wall and we can get
No.
inside?
That
the forge?
take way
It's
too
a castle wall. This isn't like the floor that was.
He's gonna break his
relatively
weapon
thin.
before he gets through like an
It's
inch
a
of that
holy
wall.
relic.
Yeah.
Holy relics aren't invincible.
Anyway, like I was saying, if we're having the elves open the gate, instead we should move north and go around the thing to get close to the barracks. So when they start attacking, we can control the barracks so they don't have weapons.
I completely agree with you. Where's the elves?
The elves went south.
Right.
Okay, then let's start making our way over to flank the barracks. I like that idea.
Not mess up.
I like that idea. I was so confused as to what I was looking at that
I grant that. Which is why I'm trying to make sure everybody has a sense of what's there.
yeah.
Where I saw them turn in, because where my guy was standing, where I saw the elves turn in, wasn't where the gate is. So as far as I'm
That's one of the stables.
right, not the gate itself. And I don't know if I want to leave all my
Well, and
eggs. Yeah.
just as a point of roleplay, you didn't coordinate with the elves. They just started scouting ahead.
Yeah.
So you
yeah,
don't know
something
what
they
their
seem to
goal
do.
is.
And we are both first level characters.
Right. I'm not putting eggs in that basket. If you guys want to go do that,
Is someone stealthy? Are you stealthy? Well, except for your guns, but
well, I don't. I guess I don't. What's stealth based on?
Agility.
Agility.
Don't pull the trigger.
Yeah, I got good agility. I mean, I do.
Your
So-
agility's probably higher than my stealth skill.
Yeah, I don't have any stealth, but I have agility for sure. And I don't plan on shooting anybody at the moment,
At the moment.
unless it's a necessity. But
Man,
I'm stealthy with a
Oh, I didn't
One
mean to do that. I'm
stealth.
sorry. I forgot that
You
you
might be able to get
Alright,
a rifle
push
in
that.
there.
alright, let's go.
no,
Let's
the
go
barracks
north.
is where the
because
people
I'm
are
so
sleeping.
low.
That's where
No, the armor.
So
You
the
can-
armory
Andrews.
right is the back
You can-
together.
You have range.
Can't read it.
Okay.
Huh? If you
I
go,
don't know why it
once you
switched
take-
to.
I need to change
Yeah.
my languages, don't I?
Because
Yep.
he doesn't wear heavy armor or anything like that. Once you guys go down to the gatehouse, maybe meet up with the elves. Me, him, and the soldier.
Work all the way around.
We'll go through the north
Okay.
side and be ready for when
So had I
the
known
soldier
that, I
comes
wouldn't have
out.
went in.
Okay. Yeah,
So if alarm
It's
sounds,
a good plan. I like that.
if
plan.
alarm sounds,
It's
I'm
full on
running.
Donkey Kong.
I'm running.
If that's what I
Donkey
saw,
Kong.
because
That,
those
to
would
get
have been
that open.
obvious,
You're-
I just went right
that's
past.
fine.
We're not going to
Am I
stay and
missing
fight.
something?
Yes.
I'm running to
You
get
can.
the door
You
open.
two can
Okay,
compare notes.
Okay.
I
I'm
thought
about to say,
that's my
are we
main
ready to go back to the
focus.
hole?
Basically,
No, that's all right. If you guys want to, I'm gonna make sure that. But if we can get that gate open and the townspeople can
That's
get
it.
in,
Yeah.
they create the full distraction, and then
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I just want to make
That's
sure we're on the
here.
same page that if shit goes south, we're running, right?
yeah.
Those are bits
Okay.
of
I
metal.
don't know
Because
if
because you
people
need
anything.
time
What
to
you
be
need to be able
stealthy
to harness a horse to ride.
to work your way around, and from where I'm at, I
Unless
can
you
see
wanna-
that side of the building.
the
while
40,
you're
the
working.
45
I'm
minutes
over.
should be enough for us.
Yeah,
We
that's what I'm
can
saying.
get
I'll
the
give you
saddles
guys
and
a head
those are
start.
worthwhile.
Oh hey,
Well, it's probably half an hour
must
now.
have smelled
We've
the
really
rations.
spent 15 minutes bullshitting about this.
Um,
All right.
I
Let's go.
began trying to mimic
So-
the way
Oh,
that they
I'm
walk.
still bleeding.
No, we took care
So
of
I'm
that. We
still
healed
am I following
everybody.
you then?
Yeah. This is that original plan.
I still have the bleeding
Okay.
status.
Oh, it's so fucking aggravating. All right.
Stealthing.
Mhm.
They never acknowledged each other, though, correct?
One
No.
last thing before we do
So there
this.
wasn't like
You
a
have a higher
hey
stealth
or
rate.
No,
I
no,
I
no.
just ignore them then and keep walking.
There you go. And you're
Yes.
level 1, I know.
I am that low down from HP.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, HP. I forgot about
Well, then
that.
I turn and give you a healing potion. Are you bleeding still?
No.
No, we
Okay.
healed you up last time.
You healed my, negative 40 points?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
And the
right.
unconscious condition.
Oh, he's got the broken body.
Yeah, he's got that other major injury that he took.
Why are
I
you
didn't take a
still
major
here?
injury. I didn't
He
take
went
a
with
major
it.
injury.
Because it was only a partial major injury. He's not dead yet.
Well, no, I'm wondering why
Hit
he's
points to
still.
pool.
Huh?
Hit points to the pool.
I
didn't
understand
take a
that,
major
but
injury. I bled was the issue. I didn't take a major injury.
do you have any range skills?
Okay.
No.
He's melee.
Put him in the doorway. Have spears behind him.
He can hold off the guards for a round or two.
Do you have a healing potion you can give me?
Make him
I
spend the
do.
rounds.
If
Evil! Evil!
Okay.
What did you say?
My God, and I'm the only one who heard it.
What? What did he say?
Okay, so that is inside the main gatehouse itself.
Saying, you guys are the ones that threw your change in with his lot.
To the southeast, Matt, is the heavy wooden gate. That's the main door. Yeah, that you're right next to.
Far better.
To either side are heavy oak doors lead into the towers themselves.
And I've been assuming it's a big gate. I don't think I
Are
can
we
just
going
push
to
it
the
open.
second
No.
There must be a
house?
mechanism.
The second floor?
You've asked me that like
I mean,
9
you
times,
could.
and I don't
It
have
wouldn't
an
be
answer
very
for it.
subtle. It does. There is a bar mechanism. It doesn't currently. It's not in place.
I saw through this window. It appeared to be empty.
Okay.
So I'm going to go in
Okay.
stealthily.
Okay. Unfortunately, that door appears to be locked.
The problem is, when shit hits the fan, right, they're going to be pretty close to
Open lock is not one of my skills.
It'll take me 10 fucking turns to cover that.
How hard is
distance.
it to pick a lock in this game?
Well, do we have cloaks?
As difficult as it is in most games.
Like, so they have a jacket or something?
Yeah, I have a cloak.
I'll still try.
Okay, what are you gonna use?
Like, pretend like we belong.
Good question.
When
Your
it's,
fingers?
Like, 10 minutes before,
Elvish
and
fingers.
walk towards the barracks.
They're tiny, yeah.
Covered in Sigmarite stuff.
And then take that off.
I will take.
All my armor and all that?
Well, not
No.
the armor. That's
Who
why
is
you have a
this?
cloak. They're not,
Stop
they're
what I'm
not-
doing.
They're
Just
not paying.
prop
a huge
myself in
amount
the
of
corner.
attention
And
to
Okay.
sit there and like do this.
One of the beggars is sort of standing there. He has hair down to his waist, and his feet are. One of his feet is like twisted at a 90-degree angle. He just sort of sitting there drooling and looking at you.
Go look at him. Key. Need key.
Who are you?
Not important. Just peasant. They slouch heavily.
You're not supposed to be there.
Then I move. I move over here.
Okay.
What does he say?
He moves over so he can keep an eye on you, but doesn't say anything. He just sort of looks at you with a sort of a dull expression.
Yeah, I literally try to mimic what they do, and I just walk over and try the door.
Okay.
Well, that's no fun.
Do I see him do that, or is he out of view?
Can you see him?
Nope.
Then you don't see that.
I'm not moving yet. I'm watching him.
Okay.
If
can't
it's
see
not
that.
initiating combat, I have a reaction to that.
Okay. What's your reaction?
I say, whoa, and shut the door.
Okay. Yeah, you see a soldier,
Okay.
at least from the uniform. He's seated behind a desk, sword on the table, crossbow next to him. His helmet is on the table. His face is... Best example I would give you is sort of like Two-Face from Batman,
Okay.
but
So-
across the entire face.
So I will change
Just
my
normal face. Yeah.
knowing that he's
Yeah.
seated. Knowing that he's seated and ill prepared,
Uh-huh.
and I have a bow and arrow out,
Uh-huh.
Or is it?
I would.
Well, you
so
wouldn't
I'm
have a bow and
assuming
arrow since you're
I'm gonna
opening
be
up.
holding it.
Okay.
I'm
you
going
cl-
to step forward and just I'm starting combat.
Okay, just going to start attacking him?
I'm gonna hopefully get a surprise action on him. Is my point.
Okay. Sure, take a shot.
He was just sitting there minding his business. Some jackass 9-foot tall elf walks in and starts peppering him with arrows.
Yeah.
What you do?
What's his DB?
0.
You're gifting him the arrows. Really?
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah,
You're welcome.
Those are like a silver apiece.
I'm double your wealth.
My skill sucks. And it doesn't matter if everybody sees it, right?
Nope.
Oh my God. I am so far out of position.
My skill is not sucking, but it's at least it's fine. Compared to my
It says the
dwarf,
guy
it
could run
sucks.
twice as fast as me.
Okay. 0 DB. All right. Come on, give me.
Oh,
Why did it come out no third that I cannot?
Because
do?
you have your language set for that.
And I have a private GM role. So what I get?
You got a.
What is the
I don't know.
GM
You didn't roll anything. You said something.
Shucks,
Okay.
you missed.
/R space that.
Oh, /R. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just said 1d100 plus 72.
well, nice for your.
What are you doing?
Your skill is terrible with a plus 72.
Give him growth.
It is.
It's different with Sean. It's 5 times your hero.
Okay, so you got a 145. He's armor type 18.
Oh,
That's all right.
wow.
That's gonna still hopefully hurt him a little bit.
What's your toughness bonus?
Yeah.
Piercing.
145.
Uh huh.
You said it's 18.
Uh huh.
Gotta
Gosh,
get those elk
bless.
arrows.
Hmm?
Gotta get
Even
those
with
elk
my
arrows.
glasses, I can't freaking read this. I need to just pull it up on the.
I can
Are you using the camera on your phone to zoom in on your...
Even worse, 16 e-puncture.
Okay.
I'm using a magnifying app
Okay.
that I have on my phone.
See that's why for hero we're gonna play with big character sheets. I'll print about 11 by 17.
Larger than life, those character sheets.
That's right. They're superheroes. Gotta be big.
$42 on the board.
42. Okay, you strike his upper leg as he starts to stand. He has leg armor, so he takes 3 hits.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Anyway,
Am I supposed to roll something?
Nope, just him.
Okay.
That's his initial.
Wow. Yeah, you're first.
Another one.
In this situation, I would
Load
kind
and
of
fire.
hope so.
Okay, take another shot at him.
yep.
The guy just stood up and then the
What's his DB?
His DB is 20 now.
Okay.
The guy's Vincent. Sitting there minding his business. He's shot with a Elven
He's
Uzi.
just trying to clean his wounds from earlier in the day when that beggar attacked him.
Faith hurts. Write a letter to his wife.
Not a good
Yeah.
roll.
75.
Forcing
Still
the point.
horrible. I don't even think I hit.
I'm pretty sure.
18, you probably hit. You only probably
So
did 1
what
or 2
is the
points.
rules for that fate thing? I can reroll a failed test with a fortune, right?
Fortune, you can reroll. You can reroll your attack.
I just pick
Ooh,
it
I
up.
get
I
my
get all
fortune
three of my fortune back.
This could mean life or death for
I
me.
get all 5.
So I'm going to use one of my 2.
No, there's always corruption points too.
Yeah, you're right.
Or you can take. Yeah, you can take a dark deal.
You started forcing. I did not like that one bit. In his campaign, he started like,
That's
what
better.
happens when you get into a sword.
That's at least
I did not
Above
like
average.
that one bit.
55. Does it get a bonus for dribbles? Discuss it later.
107.
No.
Are you running your own Warhammer again?
8A puncture.
I love it, but I did not like what he threw at us one bit.
Critical him up.
99.
Doesn't he get scream out?
Probably.
Ah!
18. 16. 16. Sorry.
16. He
So
takes
we're
1
using
extra hit.
stun. Alright, well that sucks.
Okay.
He just closes the door.
It's like, sorry, Miss Shaw.
Do I have the
this
5
slip.
foot step still?
Sure.
The guard gets up and closes the door.
Panic. It's like I don't feel like dealing with this.
You want to take a
today.
5-foot step?
No, he still has to stand up, get all of his crap while he's going to shoot me.
He's got grapple.
His crossbow wouldn't just
Can
be
I
sitting there
interpose the
loaded.
door in any way with my 5-foot step?
No.
Well, you would always leave it through, obviously.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
And loading
We've
and
discussed
firing
that
took
many
all of my
times.
action, right?
Or
Or is that just my attack action?
that's just your attack action for a
So
bow.
I have a move?
Yeah.
I keep my crossbow loaded in my backpack all the time.
Yeah.
I may have to reload it all the time, but
Sneeze, somebody gets
Or you
shot.
scan it every fucking
Oh,
couple hours.
Sorry, good end.
I use my. I can
Backpack
use my move
with
action to
crossbow.
interpose the door, right?
You could close the door with your move action, sure.
I don't want to close it.
We could probably,
Okay.
Shoot him twice.
Well,
And
no.
bye.
we don't know about that.
God, this sucks.
Oh, when you shoot people, they fight back.
Not if you kill them.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you roll more than a 16 for your
That's
critical.
why you can't use rerolls on criticals.
Yeah.
Right.
So, all right.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to shut the door enough, but hold it. Like shut it in front of me, but I don't want him to like bar
Reopen
or
it?
whatever. I don't care about him reopening it.
So, I guess I'm confused. You're going to close it but not close it?
Correct. How many up? Did I have
He
point
wants
blank?
to shield
What's
himself.
the distance between me and him?
Oh, yeah, he wants to open it like this. That way he's
15
covered by
feet?
the door.
I didn't even think about point blank shot. I could have 5-foot stepped in and took point blank bonuses, damn it. I could have. Oh well. I would have absolutely done that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure he doesn't shoot me with the crossbows. What I'm
Okay,
concerned
close the door?
about. Yep.
Okay.
Is the crossbow loaded?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's not?
No. I mean, it's sitting on the table, but yeah, I mean, they're not expecting any attack. They wouldn't have it loaded.
Crossbows, I was gonna say it takes time to load either way.
Yeah,
They.
he would
I
have.
leave it all open there. I thought it was loaded. I apologize.
Okay.
They, does that mean multiple? You said they.
Could have a split personality.
Yes. There's multiple guards in the castle.
He could just be woke.
Yeah, I mean, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not.
Then you have to.
The guy's not on duty, so he wouldn't have a armed crossbow. If he was on the parapets or walking around, then he would have it.
He's just sitting there chilling, catching.
Yeah,
a break,
he-
and some asshole comes. It's
He's
like,
got a cup of tea. He's
I mean,
like,
he didn't even have it. He didn't even have his helmet on. Somebody opens the door, closes it, and then swings it back open and shoots him twice.
these elves are assholes.
On the
No, I'm
that's right.
close.
Rich.
So he grabs his sword and moves over here.
I remember the guy who really shot a guy who was trying to help us, or ripped off his ear.
What would you like to do?
Don't talk about that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Hey, I'll
And
open
for a
the
penny
door
per
when the
pound,
door
right?
for him. That was quite helpful.
If I declare a parry
From
with my
war.
bow skill, that does not help me at all melee, correct? I wouldn't have a weapon out.
Correct.
So if I step in, it's either I kill him or he kills me.
I mean, it would default to your brawling skill at that point.
I don't even know what that is. Probably just strength and
Probably
whatever.
weapon skill.
Strength and weapon skill minus 60
30.
versus 30.
30.
That's not too bad. I'm gonna step to here and shoot him with point blank.
Okay.
I would give him a 5-foot step and stabby.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. You move in and take a shot
And
at
the
him.
doors automatically close.
No, they don't. Not currently.
I don't know if Sean remembers that.
I do.
DB?
DB is 10.
Plus 82, so I point blank shot minus 10. Alright. Blast him. Watch me have to use a dark deal.
Nope.
Max.
Alright.
You want to use the dark deal?
Oh, no, use
Nice
the dark
turn.
hill.
Nice.
Reroll. Hoping for a 99.
Alright, so that is a 18 E puncture. I'm sorry, 16 E puncture. 16.
Just 16.
Yeah.
Puncture his throat.
He'd have to be 18, 17 for me to do an 18.
Another 90.
Yeah, right. You see how my criticals have been going. If I get a 2,
Good juju.
Ah,
Not much better. Still need crit.
74 fell to a 34, damn it.
I have called so many dice
You strike his water skin in his side, sending water into the room. He takes 2 extra hits.
Seriously, has a water skin?
Yes.
He's allergic to water.
Not anymore. It has an arrow in it.
It's an arrow.
It's a holy one.
Don't worry, you're gonna take so long. He's gonna die of thirst anyway.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah, he steps forward towards you.
Religious
Takes a
sounds
swipe.
right there now.
Stabby, stabby.
Slowly, menacingly
Well,
walking
he's
towards
taking
you.
20-something points now.
More than that.
Yeah.
He's taking 40 something points.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's hurting. He's got to be. a
That's at
penalty
least
of
half
50.
my health.
Maybe even 50, who knows?
He's probably at penalties.
But
He took
keep in mind these
approximately
things
3
are
arrows
probably
worth of hit points.
corrupted.
3 hours
Carter,
into
do
an
me a favor,
AT-18
slide.
is the problem.
You're closer.
Okay.
Okay, what's your DB?
I got a
Roll
shiny.
that bottle.
38.
Adam.
I forgot to
38.
parry.
Okay.
Surprised you usually.
38.
I meant to parry 30 and totally just spaced it off.
Okay.
Permission to do what? Permission granted.
Armor type?
He looked at the chart.
He stabs you for an 11 B. Better stabs you for 11 B.
That could have been worse.
It could have. Taking no additional damage.
Nice, well done.
Yeah, you're holding like a 1.
Noise made.
5 foot step
Okay.
and shoot him again.
Okay.
This is DB.
Hey, you're not supposed to be there.
Is that? Hang on, I might be able to actually see this from where I am.
Okay. DB is 0.
Alright, this time I'm absolutely going to parry.
Are you?
Just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll parry 32. He's got 0, 90, 60. So I'm going to add to the
Oh
roll.
no.
This is with a bow.
You said default to brawling, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure you're using the right attack.
I rolled a 16. Fantastic.
That's not going to do much.
Fortune?
Do I really want to keep it?
This is a
Feel-
life or death
Yeah,
situation
for
for you.
me.
Like the argument,
I mean, it
every
is
Warhammer
one
role
better
is
than a
like that.
75. So I mean,
You could fail largely enough,
Yeah.
you could die.
I'm going to reroll that.
Okay.
Wow, gain all these over
You
all
really
sound.
need to get
That was my last one.
for the dark deals.
Get it out of the way now.
This one can play it.
A sound? I have an there's a macro that I have that whispers you, but most people aren't looking at the chat, so it doesn't.
I look
doesn't-
at
Oh my
Hey,
god.
You
than
did better.
16.
You did better.
I look at the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
You know that
18.
you had 2 low rolls,
Armor.
which means if you have a critical,
Maybe I'll get an audio file that
it
says,
should be.
"Would you like a dark deal?"
I can't do a dark deal with it, though, right?
You can.
You again.
You can spend a fortune point, and then you can spend a dark deal.
I want to spend a hero point.
No,
You want a dark deal?
no recharge.
That would give me 3 points. Yep, I'm going to do dark.
Okay.
Oh,
Corrupted
wow.
by.
Dark deals.
Dark
Dark
deals.
deals downstairs. These what me saving you guys.
Yeah, well,
How,
first
how
time
else
I
do you
took-
think he's been so successful?
No idea. First time I
That
took
was
corruption from your
Should've kept
No,
that
he hasn't
silver
taken the
tray.
dark deal yet.
night dudes.
The last dark deal was very successful.
There you go. That improved it by 1.
100.
By 11.
By
Thank
11.
you. But still not enough for the critical. 6 points of damage.
6 points.
I found one.
What a waste.
Another dark deal.
Hey, it improved him.
This is when
I thought he rolled 100. I was like,
No.
oh, that was worth
This
it.
is when you
I
can
went
offer 2
I went from
corruption
rolling a
points for 1
16
more
to a
reroll.
29 to a 40.
Yeah,
Next one will be
Slanesh is helping you. Okay, what's your DB?
You still not be Slanesh, dang it.
If I was there, this would be
S-
completely different.
I've got someone come up behind me, though, too. And I can split the parry however I want.
Yes.
I'm going to be I'm parried 32, so 58, I'll say 60 to him.
60 to this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Armor type 1?
Yep.
Yeah, he misses you.
Thank God.
Misses you cleanly. Okay.
Come on, Legolas.
What would you like to do?
I'm trapped at this point.
You're no Legolas.
Guy behind me
Yeah,
doesn't.
that's your legs.
He doesn't
I mean,
seem
I'm
to be
assuming-
aggressive to you. He's sort of reaching out to you, saying, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here."
Hey, you're the one who lost the leg first.
Is this technically still away? From what it looks like to me, I'm 5 feet away.
Sure.
Fair point.
Who's there and shooting?
Okay.
All he's saying is you're
Not the
supposed
bad guy, not the
Not
peasant,
Okay.
the guy with the arm.
Okay. Now,
There's no peasant.
because with the wall, I'm going to give him cover. Unless you don't want
I
cover, or
can
which
see every bit of his icon.
you can, but there's a wall right here between your square and his.
But center of my icon to center. I mean, all I have to do is see all of. Okay.
You have to be able to see his entire square technically as far as cover. Now I'll let you, if you want, you can take the shot without cover, but then he gets an attack of opportunity because you're using a missile weapon in hand to hand.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think you wanted that rather than the cover. So he has a 0 DB.
You got your point blank.
What does cover do?
20.
Just means you lose
He's an
your
elf. He's Legolas, isn't he?
point blank.
Stop pussyfooting around.
to. I was gonna say,
Actually
doesn't
use
that
all of your
cancel out
skill.
each other since you're point blank?
He did once and it got slashed.
Oh, is that a critical over?
Would you like a fortune point?
No, that one's good.
Would you like a dark deal?
No,
Okay.
that is a
Spend one
9A
one
puncture.
9A puncture.
No, roll really good.
Rolls a 2.
We're all cheering you on. Let's do
Again.
it. Let's do it.
You do it.
We're all tweeting like
Don't do
birds
it.
because we don't want to be.
Reverse psychology. It worked.
You did it.
Somewhat.
Oh, if you got a 66, he would have been obliterated.
What?
Not on an A, not
Forearm wound does 2 extra
Not
hits
all
to
A-
him.
Not all 66 kills.
Drops his weapon.
What
It might
terrifies me is
incapacitate or something like that, but it doesn't always just kill.
Okay.
E's absolutely, but they're usually
He
gruesome.
takes a step back here, scooping something off the desk, and then starts blowing a whistle.
okay. I was waiting for that.
Shoot.
Okay. That is going to change the situation for everybody else.
Ah, shoot.
Okay.
Thought I could kill him faster. Right? All I had to do was roll decent on all my crits. Sorry,
You didn't even have to fight him.
sure I didn't.
He was in the room he had to go in.
Okay. So, we are going to take
Oh
everybody.
my bow.
Let's see.
Matt,
Grace Outlaw.
You gave him
you
the
realize how
bow.
close I was to tier 4.
Oh, you're fine.
You bastard.
You guys have it out.
Don't you have to
Take 'em.
open a church for tier?
We can take them. If only we got the religious relics for the crypt, though. We would have won.
What are you talking about? It's okay. We're gonna live.
Okay. So I see 2 people still over by the other area. Oh, the rest of you
Yep.
moved over to that section.
Yep.
Okay. I see you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are all here. So
See, you couldn't find us, so they obviously can't find us.
I didn't say they could. So I'm going to re-roll the initiative for everybody.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Mine's got plus 20.
You
Okay,
got
and then I will adjust the people by what they need.
2 century.
So yours gets an extra 20, which puts you nice and fast.
Your century.
Not as fast as me.
Sentry would be the guard.
Oh.
It's his superhero name. He goes by Sentry.
That's me. I
Okay.
put on a mask. And I'm saying exact
Um, You said you had like a 62 or something on your initiative.
63.
63. Okay, let me put you at that point.
Higher than mine.
Technically, you
I
rolled
rolled a
better in
1.
this case. So.
Mine's not the same either.
Okay.
I can't believe
What does your need to be adjusted by?
Matt, I thought you got a 71.
Well, my base initiative
I rolled an
was
8
46,
last
So
time.
another 16.
And he is not keeping the old roll.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yeah, I adjusted it.
I had a total of a 71 last time.
Okay, that's so
Yeah.
Is initiative
16, so 58.
does the armor encumbrance affect that?
Yeah, well, no, it affects your agility,
Okay.
not your initiative.
Okay.
Okay, so you should have 72, you said, Matt?
71.
71, okay. Not really that relevant, but okay. So Milton, from where you're at to the southwest, you hear the sounds of a shrill whistle start to go off. Sounds sort of like a British cop.
Gotcha.
So I will do exactly what I had said I would do. So space and then move. Ah, there we go. So my flee allows me to go an extra 1.
I did
Well,
for like 5
Says
minutes.
13.
until you guys
Ah, there we
told
go.
me It didn't work with
I'm moving that full distance with my rapier out and
And I was
pistol in my
like,
other hand.
well, this
Okay.
isn't fun anymore.
You see Trotsky hanging out there by the stables. There are several horses inside the stable. They seem agitated at this point. Eliathan.
On the screen.
Is that you?
Are you Eliathan?
Yes, I am.
Trying to remember
Trying to
which
decide
elf
if I'm
was-
Who are you?
Yeah, which elf are you?
Stop that noise.
That was. Well, I'm assuming I couldn't step through the
So-
wall.
Us three have battle language, correct?
Yes.
Either way, I
let's
shoot the
discuss
guy.
now what we're doing.
If you're nearby,
Well, we
Yes,
are.
we are all right next
three.
to
that's fine. So yeah, feel
Yeah,
free
we'll
to discuss.
Dump at each other against the wall.
So barracks.
Yeah.
What's
Go
the?
through the servants'
What's
court.
How
DB?
long is
His DB 0.
But there's gonna be a lot of guys in this
And
room.
not loudly,
That may be.
in a moaning voice, say,
But
"But I
be a
just
lot of
want
people
more
with
food.
armed.
Give me
if we
more
don't take
food."
True.
That's all I say.
Alright.
Okay.
But I don't know how long.
Barracks?
Gonna
You said
convince him
zero?
after you.
All of them unarmed. Whatever.
Another 3 hit points shooting his leg, which is enough to stagger and send him down.
Congratulations.
You killed him.
Okay.
Hey,
It's
they,
just
they
an
know
animal.
about whoever that is. They don't know about us.
Trotsky.
So why
It's an
don't we?
alarm. They're gonna
Okay.
arm up and be ready.
Yeah, but they're going to be
guess
going
you're
over
just gonna
there,
have to
not
go
over here.
fast.
So that gives us a time.
I'll pull out my dagger and
over
I'm gonna
there.
start
He's
uncutting
saying
the
you gotta sneak to the
horses.
barracks.
Uncutting the horses.
Like, are they
We're going.
He wants to release them.
release the horses?
Okay, they have their blankets for sleeping at night, or for comfort at night. The horses don't. I mean, they sleep standing, but they have blankets on them. They're not really tethered as such. They're in a stall. You'd have to open up each one of the gates.
I'll just start opening the gates.
Okay, they stand there and whinny a little bit and look at you.
How
Trained.
how do I make a horse go?
Good question. That would be an animal handling roll once you figure that out next round. Frederick, what would you like to do?
All the doors are open now, though.
You got a couple of them open. They don't seem to have any desire to go anywhere. They're looking at you expectantly, saying, "Who are you?"
43 minutes.
He isn't in the
If you can
box.
speak to animals, you can figure it out.
I am the horse.
I don't know. I don't know how much time has passed.
Give me 2 more levels.
I have.
That's a good question. How close are we to the appointed time?
To the appointed time, about 40 minutes.
5 minutes.
You got quite a while before
I
your
said
people will be in
I
place.
would go into the building, so we're not
I
out in
believe
the
I
building.
found a new
The
whistle.
building that's right next to us.
I'll go to that first set of doors and go in. Open the doors and just step in.
Okay,
I've still got my crossbow in my hands.
sure. Anders?
The local
Quick
side-
question.
No idea what the hell
How
it
long was that whistle going before it stopped?
4
It
seconds.
sounded like forever.
Few seconds.
Okay. I'm just following behind Priest.
Go ahead.
That would be kind of forever.
In a combat situation, when you're stealthing into a castle, that's a long time.
What, a couple seconds?
Yeah, 4 or 5 seconds of the alarm going off. Yeah, that's a long time. Erdem.
Good thing everybody else
Arnhem
is being a
just
great
burns the
distraction
place.
for me because they don't know where it came from.
Yep.
I
Can I
closed.
close the door on the way out? Well, way in.
Assuming you have enough movement.
I think I can. I don't think so.
Okay.
You know there's beef jerky in
Okay.
there.
Amongst the castle.
Actually,
Thi-
I would have.
Okay. In the castle, you see reactions. The sentries on the wall become much more alert. They turn into the castle, looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. And you hear several shouts around the place, and a couple of other whistles go off.
Shoot.
Okay. Gowrie, what would you like to do?
I am going to.
You seem to be alone.
Yeah, we should pop that back down the hole. Sorry.
Where you go? You gotta keep going. I gotta get the gate open. So go.
I How do I
Hit
go
space
down?
if you want to put a turn.
Okay, I'm
Who has
measuring
control
distance.
of it?
If I hit space,
Oh, you.
then
That'll
I'm
put a
just
mark,
gonna go
and then you
there.
can move from there.
Okay.
Sorry.
Great.
While you're running.
That's a good idea.
And as I run there, I'm gonna pull my axe, battle axe.
The ultimate diver.
Okay.
Blow whistles, we blow.
Louder.
I was gonna say something that wouldn't sound good.
Milton.
I will.
This is absolute chaos.
Not yet.
Talking about this is fantastic.
I
This is
will
fine so far.
continue.
Just a few angry
13 is
guys
what I get, so
who are malnourished.
all the way.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to get to the where I gotta open the gate.
Elves
Okay,
always cause
Eliathan.
So much trouble. The elves always cause so much trouble. We never had this much
Matt.
trouble.
He,
with it.
he was so
Yeah.
scared he
Yeah.
got himself.
Yep.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yep. All we
About
were
elf
moving.
singular.
I'm right up there, would you?
Okay.
Dwarf was
What'd
better
you
for you.
do?
I don't see you in here.
I'm right behind you.
No, you're not.
Turkey stinks. Like a bag of ass.
I don't see you at all.
Dang, that sucks.
I'm right outside the door.
Okay.
He goes with that.
Move to here. Drawing my long sword and jabbing it through his skull.
Okay.
Like his eye. Like,
Oh yeah.
I want to make sure he's dead.
Okay.
How'd that go?
Showing that sound. That.
Yep. He is definitely dead at this point.
Okay.
Okay. Trotsky.
I'm gonna attempt to cast a spell. Animal friend on one of the horses. So
I thought he was a fire wizard.
lore magic or is it language magic?
It's language magic.
Okay, so okay, I'm gonna use a fate point.
Fortune point.
Fortune point. That's right.
I like using mine early, so I don't have to worry about it ever again.
They're gonna befriend it and then use it.
I rolled a 100.
Well, that's not good because you roll again.
Yeah. Roll again.
Oh dear, I'm gonna blow up.
Blow
That's
the
a 48.
That's alright. That's a good. That's a good.
So 148 plus your skill.
Use
Yeah.
Evercast. You might want to get that.
148.
Do you want to use a dark deal?
148
Yes.
plus. So that'd be 200. So I'd probably blow up. So yeah, I'll take a
How-
dark deal.
You
How
could just
far
blow
away?
it.
I'm gonna blow up. I overcasted
you
by
don't know.
9 levels.
It's only
You
first
don't
level. You'll need a
know.
10 or 1.
Yes,
he only
but,
needs a 100.
but I overcasted by 10 levels.
What's the worst that could happen?
I blow up.
Yeah. That's.
No, what is the odds of that though?
I
He
mean,
rolls 100 and then 100 again.
I mean,
That
George.
explodes.
George only like glue on fire. For
I only
like a
made
week.
I only made the
That's
whole
true.
castle a lighthouse and stuff that alerted everyone to the presence.
Oh.
I will
It's up to
take-
you. What do you want to do?
I'm taking a dark.
Okay.
These elves are so corruptible.
Okay, so that's not bad.
It's okay. One of the things is you gain like 7 corruption points for the miscast.
From the
So what?
miscast. Yeah, you can-
So it's
That's
a
what I got.
146. Is
That's
that
why I
still
have
an
all the
overcast?
A 146? No.
Oh,
Well, it's an
that would be like
overcast,
a
but
I
not a
got
critical.
it.
Fire.
Okay, so 1.
Unless you roll.
No, I rolled an 83. Cast.
How many?
Um. 140. So.
So you increase all the targets.
I'll just double the target so I can get 2 horses.
You can get 3 horses in this
3
case.
horses, and then I'm gonna direct them to go.
And the spell is what?
Animal friend.
I'll post it in the chat.
Okay. So
It doesn't let
I
you
don't know
control
how
them.
to cast.
right, it makes a dangerous wolf a friend, I would assume.
Yes, I'll let
Okay.
you post the
So these
actual-
dangerous horses are now friendly to you. You get the distinct impression they're looking to be fed.
Can I direct them?
Well, actually, you might not be able to cast it because it has to be
Yeah.
your size or smaller. So,
I don't really care.
okay.
Can let him be friend.
The animal
Yeah,
shows you
okay.
can
They
walk.
seem friendly.
I'll direct them and tell them that there's food that way. out of the stables.
Okay, it doesn't let you speak to the animals.
Okay.
It just makes them friendly to you.
This
This
all you
isn't your
get.
choice.
This is all you get.
This is all you
This
get.
isn't your choice.
The very basic spells.
It's petty magic. This is when the guard dog is really angry at you. You cast this spell and you give him a cookie.
I tried.
It may be very pertinent. You never know.
It could be. Now,
I use
the
it
horses
to
do not
do
seem
the guard
hostile to you whatsoever.
Yeah,
If
they're
anything, one of
bulldog.
them's like rubbing its head up against you and everything.
Is there any food anywhere?
They seem to be indicating a basket over by the corner. That they like I said, they seem hungry.
We're all panicking with the alarm and stuff.
I
He's over
will
there
go.
just feeding
I
horses.
will go grab a basket of food and start feeding the horses.
Okay, so you spend your round grabbing the basket. It's filled with
Did not.
partially spoiled apples
Oh well.
and fruit and so forth.
They wanted it.
Rice even filled.
Okay.
I'm also gonna
Nope,
like.
that's all you're getting.
Okay.
Actually, you're not even getting that because you just cast a spell. Frederick, what would you like to do? I know that.
This isn't your choice.
I'm going to. I think the 3 horses are right there in with us.
There are no horses in here.
This is
Yeah.
servant.
He's not with you.
Okay. Am I correct in my
You can all
understanding that
back
the
and
wall is
they'll
shortened
split this spell.
and there's a hole at the end?
Yeah, there's a hole over here, hallway, into other portions of the room.
All right. I'll step there. And
There's a set of stairs that leads up.
you want to go up?
Sure, yeah.
Start going up the stairs.
Okay.
Oh wait.
At least that this way, when they open the door, they don't immediately see us.
It's the building wall
Okay.
where it's you enter through 2 sliding doors on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
There's the little like vault under the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand.
Okay. So let's see this. Let me just do this. I should move you this way.
Andy last night said he's glad he's not playing for a week because the game's fucking dead. Absolutely overrun with hackers.
There you go.
Any way out of this room?
Whoa.
That's where you're at.
Dang.
Okay.
It's pretty dark.
Let's see. So we got Anders.
Following right behind the tree.
For some
Okay.
reason the screen didn't move and somebody went bling bling way off the map.
That's where he went. It's the upper level of the castle. That's why.
Oh, okay, so
Oh,
it's
we got
separate.
side by side.
It's multiple maps on the same board as a result.
As soon as I got up there and realized there's no way out of this room,
Okay.
I would have told him no way out and turn around.
Okay.
I know I don't have the movement to go back down, but
Okay.
that's what I would have done.
Then I'll take a look what's over here. Nothing. Okay. That's all my move.
Okay. Erdem, what would you like to do?
And what's in the room that we're currently in?
Trash.
Trash. You gotta figure out what's over there. And just a whole bunch of trash.
Yeah, there's living quarters that used to be livable upstairs, according to Frederick, but otherwise the room appears abandoned and disused.
So I'll find a place to like hide in the shadows, I guess.
Okay.
For now, until we figure out what's going on.
Hey,
Okay.
are there any windows upstairs?
From up above in the gatehouse, you guys can hear shouting and movement. Gallery, what would you like to do?
Shipper me timbers.
At this point, I am going to just run. So how do I make a turn?
You move your character, and when you're in a place where you want to turn, you press the space bar.
Okay, I was using the measure distance tool for movement, rather than just picking up my character and going.
Okay, so when you're going 16 yards.
I'm full sprinting.
So, please.
Okay, so you're full sprinting across the courtyard with a battle axe. Okay.
Never mind,
Why?
because the way you said it like that makes me realize the stupidity of the action.
I did the same thing. I just didn't have a battle axe in my hand. I had my sword. Same thing. Just took off crosshair.
However,
Right,
when
that's
you
not
did
bad.
it, they weren't aware
Forces,
yet.
it'd be okay.
They were becoming aware.
When the whistle blew, yeah.
Now they're aware.
Okay. Then I'm going to move here,
Okay.
and I'm next to. That's the cap. That's leading up to the catwalk. Right?
No, that's leading up to apartments above the stable and smithy.
It was a 2-bedroom for $3.99 a month.
Okay.
I'm gonna post this just so I can read the description.
So is there a door here leading into the stables?
Not that you're able to see.
Okay. Then
Who's casting that?
I didn't cast it, I'm just reading the description. I'm trying to figure out how long it is. And if I can increase that duration.
Okay.
yeah, I'm just stepping aside.
If
Okay.
you're-
You disappear into the gloom of the thing. The elf apparently is making friends with horses. He has a basket of food that he's feeding them with.
Really?
Because that's what you do when the alarm goes off.
Really, elf?
What are you talking about?
Milton.
He's really like
All
deaf
right.
in hearing. So, he
So
doesn't know.
it looks like the path heads out. The gatehouse is right here
Mhm.
and straight ahead of me.
Mhm.
I will move up to that door and open that door.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Give me a strength roll.
Dun, dun, dun.
No one will want to hurt you.
Just
if you're
straight
doing
strength?
the
Yep.
horses.
Or athletic. I guess if you have athletics, you can add that.
Oh, athletics
So I
is
realize
what
you're
it
long
is.
shank.
with that,
It's strength in this case.
should we, since Rotom's like how you
I know athletics typically
should you
would
and me,
be,
like, give him
but this
skill
is
and
more
not go
pure
all the way up to, like,
brute strength.
the
87.
first few
87?
steps
Okay, you're
of
not
the
able to budge the
stairwell?
doors.
Okay.
They're too big. You can with time. It's going to take you a significant amount of time. If you had somebody else to help you, you'd be able to do it.
No, I'm gonna continue.
They're big
through
enough
the
that it
building.
takes two people to open them.
I'm gonna continue through the building towards
Alright.
the
Eliathan.
gatehouse over here on the left.
I assumed there was some sort of mechanism.
We gotta get closer to where the action is. This way we can stay in cover inside the buildings.
So he has a sword, I know.
Mhm.
A
There's-
whistle.
A sword, a whistle, some plate mail armor, crossbow on the table with a quiver of arrows, bolts.
I was like,
Trust me, if they were arrows, I'd be grabbing them up.
Okay.
Oh, we had someone with
Well, they're arrows without the
or-
feathers
and more.
or knocks.
And they're half
Just
full.
attach them to a
Oh,
chicken.
please.
Attach them to a chicken. You're all set.
No pouch of money. No,
No.
potions.
No.
Okay. I really want his chain shirt because I need it
Doesn't have a chain shirt. Has a breastplate with greaves.
underneath the breastplate.
Yeah, if he's 18, yeah, he probably would have.
It's the way the
And
armor-
leather underneath
it's the way
that.
the armor works.
He's
Yeah.
only 14.
Leather,
Like
chain,
skin,
and
the
plate.
chainmail.
Not armor type. Just he's 14.
Could be.
He's a kid.
Mutants. His skin could be the chainmail.
Doesn't it?
Okay. I will. Is the guy still standing in the doorway?
The other guy?
Obviously, yeah. I
Yeah.
see him there.
Yeah. He's still standing there saying, "You're not supposed to be here." And he turns around and points at him and says, "You're not supposed to be here either."
So,
And then he moves out into the courtyard.
as he moves, fast shot doesn't work with my.
Who do you think you're
Rapier.
talking to?
No.
I moved to here. Can I, while just casually walking by,
Jab
shut that
with the
door
rapier?
as like a interaction or
Sure.
casual action? Okay. So that door shuts next to you.
Okay, you're going to go upstairs?
I am going to move to here, yeah, as stealthily as possible.
Okay.
So I don't
I
see
do-
him go past the
I-
door.
You see him go up and close the door and then go up the Where's Erdem doing?
so we were moving on?
I am, yeah. I'm moving through the building.
We can't go through the rest of this building.
I have
It
no clue
cuts
where
off
the hell
you.
they went.
The other guys?
It looks like
our
a door right
teammates.
there.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
sure?
No idea. I
Right
saw the
here?
direction we went.
Well,
No, this
I
cuts
haven't
off.
gone there yet. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
what, there's
you,
no
you,
window?
you've looked around there. There's no windows or other exits out of this room.
Alright, then I'll go back over towards the door.
You knew where I
Okay.
was headed. I mean,
Yeah.
for lack
You guys position yourself by the door and look to move on to the next building or another area.
Yeah, I'm gonna move down. Yeah, if we're not using, if we're at narrative play now as opposed to turn-based,
It's still functionally turn-based because
Okay.
there's other things happening.
I'm going to stand right here
Like
ready
elves.
in case anybody comes through the door.
this next set of doors that's to our west.
You
right-
think the
right
elves would be
there.
great at a stealth mission?
I'm gonna start working my way down.
Okay.
I was until I started putting arrows into somebody.
5 minutes into
I-
the castle.
I
5
ha-
minutes of game.
I had no
He
part
started shooting
in
arrows.
I stealth and start shooting.
Thumb, damn it, die! Thumb.
See, we all know no
Oh, yeah.
plan survives reaching the enemy, contact with the enemy. No plan even reaches the enemy when you got an elf on board.
I reached the enemy.
Trying to get that body down.
The plan falls apart as soon as an elf gets involved.
He's trying to beat the dwarves
I'm
at the
sticking
outside of
with
the
him
gate.
like we're.
I understand that. You guys are going together through that. Okay. You move over to the stairs. Around about that time, you see a guard appear at the top of the stairs.
Me?
Yes. So I'm going to place him there and move you back slightly.
That sucks because I was planning on going back downstairs anyway.
Okay. So you are about here, I would say, just from a place. But he's technically at the top of the stairs. You're at the bottom of the stairs when you guys see each other. You hear movement in the room beyond him.
Okay.
Sounds like armor. Okay. I guess go ahead and take a shot at him as he charges down the stairs towards you.
Yeah, so he's getting a full. He appears and charges me.
They were alert. They took a couple of rounds to get equipment and so forth, and now he's moving into to attack.
Just headshot him and kill him.
Does he get a bonus because he's hurting him?
No,
Is it close range?
it is close range. I'll give him that. He has a sword and shield.
Okay. I am obviously going to use my brawling skill to try to parry.
Okay,
What is his DB?
40.
Jesus Christ.
That's what he's going to do.
He's trying to shoot, but he's probably
Yeah.
gonna miss.
Oh, don't say that.
Will this be your second or third character die?
Second.
He's not been in the group long enough.
He's going for the record though.
He's got a way to go for William.
Okay, I miss.
Williams only had 2 characters.
In this game,
This campaign.
Oh well, we're not. Yeah.
Oh, you mean all time?
Not even
I think
close.
William's on 6 or 7.
well, like 2 of the deaths in my Pathfinder campaign were not really as much my fault. One of them, I ran up and got my soul sucked out at the first time I encountered anything in that combat.
Okay, so you
Hard
missed him?
disagree.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
Okay.
I still have an original.
Okay. He charges down the stair at you.
But you're evil.
Yes.
78.
78?
That's not my
That's pretty
original.
good.
I still
That's why I only had 12 to my roll.
Yeah.
Actually, and I was point
Yeah,
blank on
still got
92.
bingo.
I parried way too much with all.
That's what I was having to do the entire game we played. Parry everything.
it keeps you alive and lets other people do your work for you.
Yeah. Until the troll.
Okay, he
throws
charges
up
down the stair, loses his footing, and gets tangled up, losing the opportunity to make an attack on
The
you.
whole time I thought you were rolling over. I was like, oh my god.
So he's now face to face to you, but got slowed down otherwise.
What you think he was coming off the top buckle?
I
At you?
think it-
Open ended. Elf is dead. Behind him, you see a second guard. He starts fumbling around with a crossbow, getting it ready to load.
Alright, is the one in front of me. Does it seem like he's going to be occupied for a
No.
time? Or?
No,
Okay.
he wasn't tied up or anything. He took longer than he thought to get down the stairs.
I look longingly at the 5 arrows that I'm leaving behind.
Okay.
Because I'm getting low, or in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
5
rather,
arrows down.
he's going to have like few arrows left by the time I'm done.
I wasn't care about the longbow at this point.
What are you gonna do?
Survive, I guess.
move back, opening the door and stepping outside.
I can
Okay.
afford another one.
And hopefully, if I can do it, I want to shut the door.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I'll let you take 2 5-foot steps opening the door in between. You're not gonna be able to close it again.
Are you sitting in the building doing nothing?
No, we're doing stuff.
You don't know.
Come on, why is it not letting me?
That'd be
Let me
very
use this.
sad. But I guess
I
I
can't
am
close
feeding
it?
horses, so
No.
I can't say much.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have enough time to be able to do that.
Well, then I don't want to. Do I have to take a 5-foot step, or can I just move outside?
I'll let you move. Just move outside.
Okay.
Conducting silence.
And I've got a fast move.
How
rate,
long
so-
does the castle find out you're hiding in a building?
Okay, when it says 5 yards and I have a 5
That's
movement
really
rate,
annoying.
that's my move. Right?
Yep.
But it makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
I move to there, look at you, and say, at least 2 guards coming through that doorway, fully
Okay.
armed and armored.
So
crossbow.
looking back here, we got Milton. Othelian comes running out of the door.
Garble, garble.
Yeah. Empty bow.
Looking ridiculous.
Calling out something in Elvish you don't understand.
I forgot about
I
that.
didn't see anything in the door, so I said, "Get this door open," and I will attempt to push the door open again.
Okay.
Putting away
I
my
am
away my rapier.
I have
to
been,
push the door.
I have been wounded,
Mhm.
and I am scrabbling for an arrow as I'm staring at the
I think
door.
every time I've seen him, he's been wounded.
Yeah.
I think he scratches
injury.
himself all the time.
Trotsky, what would you like to do?
Probably needs
You want a strength?
I'm gonna.
No, I mean you're bracing and trying to push on it. We'll see what happens at the end of the round if you're able to
Okay.
push it open. Trotsky, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna keep trying to direct the horses out to here, and I'm gonna.
Yeah,
just keep-
you're throwing the food out. The only reaction
Uh-huh.
seems to be the beggars leaving the hovel that they're in, heading toward where all the food is.
Come on,
Hey, you're
man.
feeding beggars. Good
There's
job.
also several coming out from this other one.
Maybe I'll get their favor
Hey, that-
since I'm feeding them.
That fits what I said.
I think you
Huh?
skipped me turn.
I'm sort of skipping around because of everything else that's going on.
I got
Then-
it
Just
like
blend
Okay.
in with the
Then
crowd.
I will. I'm just gonna move back in here.
Okay, so you go and hide. So, Anders, Erdem, and Frederick, what are you guys doing?
Moving down the length of the building on the outside.
Okay, so you open up the door.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Go ahead and move.
Just one turn.
Yeah.
Stupid idea.
That's one move. 2 moves. Or my whole turn.
Wizard's just like,
See
me.
I thought I
Still got my
had that
crossbow
idea.
out to the ready.
You see quite a few people in the courtyard. Wind at this point is starting to pick up from the storm that was coming.
Yes.
How's the winds of magic? Are they picking up too?
Yes,
It's windy.
Oh, do I also see that then?
if you have that
I
ability.
shit is
Yes.
getting deep.
It's like
They're charging the Death Star.
Now, there is a notable current in the winds of magic blowing west.
Okay.
That's
Just
not
will that
magic.
affect spell
a
casting?
castle?
Not currently.
That's not
Elf.
How do you make it that far? Sweet Jesus.
Also, you don't know that. So
Sprinting
stop
away from
talking
those
about
You
it.
can't. You
Sorry,
can't.
guys.
Oh, okay. If you're dropping all your defense doing that, that's fine. Be prepared. That makes you very susceptible to damage.
You didn't see him.
So.
I saw you guys leave where we started.
It's fine.
Okay.
So now the defense restores next turn, correct?
But I told him that.
After you start acting next turn, yes.
Straight for the gate, so I know where I'm at.
Okay.
Cool though. Yeah,
This guy comes down here and then immediately charges the gate, yelling out an alarm.
I shoot him, fast shot.
Okay.
Please, please roll 100.
Is he within range for me to shoot with my crossbow?
Pistol. They already blew
Pistols
are out, baby.
Whatever the range is.
I can't.
I assume he is.
Thank you.
I mean, it'll be at penalties, but you can certainly shoot across the courtyard at him.
Okay.
33 yards.
Oh, he's not even 100 feet.
1
it's
foot
100.
short.
I would say that's 100 feet.
Sure.
But
And
that's,
his
yeah, that's no
DB.
penalty for a crossbow.
Sure.
His DB.
40.
40 and
18.
I see you guys now, though. Oh, they can see me too, probably.
is a 3B.
Yeah, but you roll that 100.
Oh wait, and sorry, range modifier is
Glad you remember it. 'cause I
3C.
forget that shit.
3C, okay.
and that is an 84 for a critical.
Where is the...
It might hurt.
No!
Disable a leg or something.
He gets a stab tip.
The bullet bounces off. How could you?
Bullet goes through his skull,
Went
bounces
through
back, go back.
three
through his
sessions
skull.
and I haven't been able to use my gun at all. It's been
Now
killing
you
me.
just went kaboom in the middle of the castle.
Yes, unfortunately, I gotta have you check to see if your powder stayed good.
I'm gonna go with no if you're really serious.
Okay.
His powder actually blew up in his pocket.
You press the trigger and you just hear this like a
Yes.
It goes, and I go.
yeah. The bowl just rolls.
Yeah. 84 to the
Okay, what'd you get on the C?
84.
84. Upper abdominal perforation. He takes 8 hits. Yes.
No starting, no nothing.
Nope.
Come on.
Pretty sure getting shot in the stomach would.
You shoot him in the gut. There's a splatter of stuff out through the back of it.
Do I smell the same smell when the
Oh, yeah.
other guards are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I was like, why won't this guy stop the race? Yeah.
And then he takes a swipe at you.
Oh, okay.
What's your defense?
67.
67.
Yep.
Somewhere. Yes.
Wait, aren't undead immune in Warhammer Fantasy?
They might not be undead.
I can only go to here.
Armor
I
type?
can go up to here.
My eye.
What's 100 UM?
with a
He
silver
slashes
bullet.
you for an 11B.
Ooh, my gosh. Yep.
Isn't that an overcast?
No, this is the cat.
To charge.
You have to cast a spell, and this is you hitting the
Yeah.
Which I need bigger text. The edge bites half its width into you, opening up a terrible wound. Blood goes everywhere. You take 7 hits, 2 rounds of stunned without parry. You're bleeding 6.
Yeah, I'll use the fate point.
Okay.
Just negate that whole thing. Yeah,
So
that's-
the sword instead bites deep into the gate, missing you
Thanks for
cleanly.
opening that door.
Okay. Behind him, you see a second guard armed with a crossbow come down and take in the scene. He can't shoot immediately. Once his piece actually flies across the map in surprisingly slow fashion.
We're fighting boundaries.
You guys.
Okay.
It's like infinity.
That's all that very says in this.
We're fighting boundaries. We're already
Who
here.
are you?
Yeah.
That would be a cool
Why?
thing.
Hold on.
Here.
What is your favorite color?
Blood red.
African or European? I don't know.
Yeah. That's my.
You hit-
my
You
two-
hear additional movement behind him on the stairs. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Bad, so
Gowrie,
so funny.
You had just
Sometimes
moved,
it's
so we're
funny.
back around to Milton. You just acted out of order, so you're done. So Eliathan.
Jesus
What that
Christ.
allows me to do.
So my two favorite parts of that movie are to try to 5 feet step over here,
Okay.
and I shoot this guy and the Dorian person next to me.
The beggar?
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot the beggar?
Yeah, well, the Dorian.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I'm gonna shoot the guy next to me. Oh, yeah.
I shoot the bad guy right there next to Milton.
Okay, go for it.
They're
Thank
obvious.
you
I'm
for
just
distracting.
hoping that they don't.
He has a
put
40. 40.
I don't think they're going to. They described her so weak that
Yeah.
they wouldn't do much.
Death by 1,000 little tinies.
It only takes one.
Tiny crits have killed more.
That's why you
Death by 1,000 tiny tinies.
Yeah.
That's what you just fired over there.
The tiny criticals have actually done a lot today.
Yes, sir.
I need it. You can't roll at the normal time tomorrow.
So, no way.
Oh, give Mr. Burmeister.
I do.
11C.
Give Mr. Burmeister.
That can't be right. What the heck is this?
Oh.
I'm looking at the wrong chart.
We don't have the same classes. Ben.
Yeah, I know.
Longbow.
I was. He doesn't
Why
have
does
the
it keep
history
coming
as
with long
well.
sword? There we go. So 135, much better. 13.
Maybe you had to go to
13 C.
Yeah, that's much better. 2 extra
That's
points.
it.
I haven't had to go to school till
And then I have to roll.
this entire week.
Nice.
Tomorrow's the only day I have to go in at a normal time.
I had my math test yesterday.
Yeah!
Oh,
That's right.
A 90, that's pretty good.
Paper cut.
Yeah. Strike impacts his head, knocking his helm off.
Ah.
6 points.
It's a minus 10 DB.
Oh wait, that would
Or sub equivalent.
that would have been an instant kill.
I should
If
have
you
perception's
weren't
I should have put
wearing-
that dude's helmet on. Yeah, give me more DB, please.
That's all he's got. Just hit me in the face.
I learned the word.
Fred.
Where's the? Oh,
Where's
okay.
the gate? Like, how do I? Where is the area to open the gate?
All right.
You haven't found it.
6.
Oh. Okay.
It's 3.
Oh no.
Oh,
This is why I didn't
Wow.
want to go across the courtyard ever.
we can run.
My
Full
speed's
on.
5, so I'm.
Am I allowed? Am I,
I
allowed
wanna
to
be-
go?
I want to be
As soon
sort
as I
of
finish that.
crouching, so Bad looks bigger than me.
That's
So-
easy.
That's
He's
not
wearing
hard.
plate mail.
Well, just so if they're going to
What
shoot it,
for the
it's just
position?
If
so
they
if
shoot
they're
at somebody
gonna
to shoot
yes,
big guy,
Yeah, they shoot at
Shoot
the
at the
obvious
shiny.
one. Yeah,
Shiny.
yeah, they're going to shoot at the obvious one, not the other person.
They're all distracted now. There's a gunshot.
Why is it still?
yeah,
killing
you've heard gunshots, which is unusual, and that's certainly getting some attention as well.
It's not unusual when you
Okay,
me up.
Trotsky, what would you like to do?
I see them going.
You see them running across the area. Beggars are out here in the midst of the field.
Do they seem like they're headed towards a specific location?
The beggars?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you threw all the fruit.
Ah. Okay.
They starved.
What's this I'll be standing on if I move to here?
A pile of rubble, an unstable ground, difficult terrain.
Okay, then let's not go into there. Let's go like here, and then I'll take cover right there.
Okay.
Damn, there's a lot of them.
I gave them fruit.
Okay.
The one we get scurvy.
The sentry fighting Milton.
Yeah.
He's going to take a swipe at you.
Okay.
What do you have left on your defense?
67.
67. Did you parry any?
I didn't.
Okay, well, then you still got that. Okay.
Almost to the
So, 67.
He can miss me. I'd be okay with that.
He did.
Oh, good.
It's a difference
Okay.
between a first
So
level
because
and
he missed me,
Yes.
I'll go ahead and use my 5-foot step that I get when they miss me.
Okay.
Which that didn't take me out of his range, does it?
Does not take you out of his range.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'll still take it.
And then the other one takes a shot at you.
Okay. With cover, right? 'Cause
Yep.
the dude's in
10
front.
points cover for the guy. So,
Okay. 67.
67? Okay.
77.
Okay.
I think you missed too. It'd be all right.
I'm pretty sure he missed you. Okay.
Oh, you just have to ask him to miss, guys.
Well, there you
It
go.
just turned out I figured it out.
Good job.
I think we should.
Okay. A second sentry with a sword comes out of the building,
He fell.
and I guess he's going to take this position.
No, didn't
What?
work.
Wait, what do you mean a full run?
He's probably going to go here instead,
Yeah.
which would make more
So
sense
we
because
would
you're the one he can see.
But we'd have no
Okay.
beef.
So he comes around the corner,
Yeah, but
spots
they're
you,
all
and charges.
focused on us.
So 67 still.
We're not the only ones.
67.
Okay. You're not at any penalty to do that original hit.
No, because I didn't get hit.
Your armor.
Oh, you're right. They missed you. Okay. Fate stepped in.
I know.
Right.
Okay.
I'm thinking
So
about it.
I may run out of everything
I'm
today.
trying to
You
Just so
could,
know, I'm
yeah.
on it.
Some catch up.
As long as it's blood, I'm good.
I don't
He takes a
have
swipe
it,
at
so-
you. 67.
I can't even fucking shoot him because all these stupid mutants in the way.
Oh, very nice.
It's a
Think about it. They're mobile cover for us.
I had thought about that.
I gave them
I had
fruit.
considered that. The problem is once again, like he said, it's
He misses you.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's good.
So is he.
So I will
We
move
have
a
their favor
5-foot
now.
step.
Hold on.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Do you get a second one every time they miss you?
that's all it said. It said 5-foot step. Well, it says step aside. Every time I succeed in dodging, I move 2 yards. No free attacks.
Okay.
Hate that. If we do one
So
full
I guess I go here.
one
Well, that's-
full
That would be
out
two.
from the
That'd be
gate.
4 yards.
I'm on board.
It's a 5-foot step,
Let's see how
basically.
the
Yeah, that'll
ground
get me there.
develops.
Okay.
Okay.
I-
So you charge over there as a 4th guard comes running out.
Oh my goodness. Shiver me timbers.
67. He still can't hit you.
Okay.
67 defense.
I scooch again. All right.
As he quickly takes cover, dodging and ducking and dodging behind the elf.
Oh, dodge,
Gallery.
dodge.
I am going to. Use this as a distraction.
I got so much range.
I'm going to.
Thank you.
Just for you.
Oh, how kind.
Run here. Or.
Where the heck are you going, fool?
Open
Boom.
to open the gate. Oh, you guys are distracting me.
Oh, you guys are so nice.
The
Thanks
gatehouse
for
is
this.
where they're at.
Yeah.
Can I? That's what I was asking earlier.
You're
Where
not-
do I open the gate?
You,
Where's the
the,
gatehouse?
the gatehouse
And then,
I better check. I never had to.
Yes.
okay, then I'm gonna step into here and initiate a charge here against
That guy?
that guy.
Okay, so you get a plus 10.
Yep. So
That's crazy. He's only took reach. On the base game, that's insane.
Yeah. And really with reach, I think it's more like the whole lunge part would be the only way to get it so it doesn't hurt.
So it's blind. Sorry.
Sorry, what?
I rolled a blind DM roll.
Okay, you got a 140. You
Okay.
need to subtract 20 for his defense.
Yep, 20.
I'll make sure I'm getting that back.
So 140 minus 20.
I gotta pull up the
Okay.
battle axe sheet. Yeah, I should have had it pulled up before this.
Yeah.
Big mistake on my part.
Your dad has a battle axe sheet.
So, at what spot? What defense are they?
Armor
So
type
armor type.
18.
Armor type 18. Okay. C slashing.
Okay.
What?
49.
Okay. Strike him across the back. He twists out. You turn your weapon to magnify the wound, doing 3 extra hits to him. Okay.
So no bleed and no stun thing is killing me.
Milton.
I will drop the pistol that I was fired, I will. Pull another pistol and shoot the. Well, no, I won't. I will. I will pull my pistol and
Fireball
fire
goes flying
on this guy right here.
Okay.
I can't. I'll hit them.
He has a 50 defense because you got an elf in the way.
50? Okay.
Fireball's too big now. Leveled up too much.
18
Fireball's too big now. I leveled up too much.
Mine
is
mine
a
stays the
3D.
same,
3D.
People roll.
That is a 68.
68D. You shatter his kneecap. Strangely, the scar left by the bullet looks just like a rose. Sure. Okay. He takes 15 extra
As
hits.
long as he's wearing
Oh,
shorts.
okay. I might go back with that. Because I
Kinda
dropped
short
the.
though.
You'll
sorry.
instinctively know they have a.
I will-
Hold on, you did 3 points. So this is a different guy. That's why.
Yeah, different guy.
Okay,
He's using
I updated the wrong one.
Nah, he just got the
If
hole in the middle of
if
his
worse
wings.
comes to pass, we
So
probably
I
use
will-
your guys' fireballs to blow open the gate.
I think that's how that
Move
works.
here.
It-
And as I move, I'll
Well, fire.
pull my
not
rapier.
explosive.
It's
With
not,
my
my
offhand.
fireballs are not like they don't work like that. I have to call them down on enemies,
Okay.
and I have to declare them as enemies to Sigmar. Sigmar has to agree,
And then give you the fireball.
and then give me the fireball. It's not as complicated
Okay.
as just
Leviathan?
casting a spell.
If I fire from where I'm at, this guy's threatening me, isn't he?
Correct.
But there's no catwalk things where people can fire from directly above where this entryway is.
Correct.
So as long as I don't go out into the court, like out past where the green shrubbery is, I'm probably.
Yeah, you're under cover and everything.
Yes.
Just imagine how much better this would be if the archer waited for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have nice bottle.
You can also guys.
I can just fire my crossbow off.
Way.
Switch to elf. This is a
Could have had you over his
Well, you got an axe wielder next to you that just charged into the fight.
He's great fodder, let me tell you.
You know, Andy doesn't react. He's just like,
You've also seen me take a dead person's fingers and put them in a sack on my hip, so I mean, you know where we have it.
If I go to where I, can you see where I'm moving?
Yeah.
Am I out in the open to be shot?
Yeah.
what I love is your character has gotten just darker and darker and darker.
He was always this dark.
You did a better job of hiding it.
Yeah, right, because
How about here?
Yeah, that you'd have cover.
Cover or not able to be shot at all?
It depends on the angle where they're at, but right now you're not seeing any guards on the parapets.
Alright, I move to here and I shoot the.
I think we're all pierced.
Who are all those people in that room? Ugh. But I shoot the guy past the battle axe wielder that's been wounded by me and all that.
Okay, the one right by the battle axe guy.
Yep.
Okay, so he has 10 points from the battle axe guy.
That does not
He
like
currently has a 10 dB, 0 dB.
Yeah, 'cause he has no helmet. Alright.
How about you not roll like a wimp this time?
I technically haven't added any defensive bonuses for helmets anyway, so
Yeah, I noticed that. So. You know, I'll just fire.
I always forget that.
Which is good. Keep forgetting it.
Okay.
Start.
It's a 108.
Alright. 108 is a 8A puncture.
Oh, there you go.
This is critical.
So
No,
critical.
yep, that's still better than mine.
Bullet did.
Eat him
The
in the
bullet
head
did
now.
like plus 15 points of damage.
Well, not a critical. Roll a good critical.
Okay.
Yeah, just had to
He
tell
rolled a
you.
good critical.
Oh, there
There
you
you
go.
On A, you strike it, you slice his ear off. It wasn't really attached very well.
Did he have a helmet on?
broke that.
No,
That
yeah,
is,
that's
yeah, that's the
wrong.
one that does not have a helmet. So he takes 3 hits.
Oh man, that dude definitely
It pins
is.
him to the wall. His ears.
Okay, I think these
I mean,
guys. Aren't-
technically has a big hearing penalty, but he wasn't using the ear anyways.
What'd you say?
But now this can go in the bag with the fingers.
Yeah.
And their faces.
Like
Just I've got
Trotsky.
a bag of people.
I will
I'm
go.
becoming necromancer.
I'd rather have that flip flop, the 94 for the
Oh
hit.
shoot, my
Yeah,
computer's
for
going.
when-
Whoops,
Yeah.
Moving something.
46 for the
Your computer's in the way?
I was trying to move the mouse and then
That
the
would've
computer wouldn't let
10
me
more
move
points
the
of
mouse
damage.
anymore.
24 player, that's
Okay.
deadly.
Okay.
I'll go
Like,
right there and then
you
I'll
can't
call to
hear
them
anybody.
and wave them.
Hey, my
over.
character's
But
right half
Frankie
body
sees
for a
nothing.
You see us running.
I just ran right in front of you guys.
Oh. Oh, you're the okay.
I pre-measured to make sure you wouldn't outpace
Okay.
me, which wasn't that difficult. but-
Frederick, Erdem, and Anders.
Okay, so we're full running. That's what we're
do
doing?
they have weapons?
Yes.
Do they have armor? Do they have
Yes.
shields?
Yes.
How are you moving that far?
Full running.
Right there.
Oh.
You can't
before you
run
move.
until you.
Oh my.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay. I got what's
Other way?
We're dead.
Other way? Holy.
All I gotta say is this: our intelligence is very poor.
Yeah.
Because we had recon the shit out of this place. We know the numbers.
Back to the hole?
And I'm talking about me, the scout, and the other elf. Our reconnaissance failed bad.
No, the reconnaissance was fine.
What, you know how long it takes to put on armor? If these guys are all armored coming out, that means, according to our reconnaissance, 2/3 of their force
Sean.
stays fully armored.
Are any of these soldiers
Yeah,
against
my
him to attack, or are they
idea
active
is correct
enemies?
from when I smelled them before.
Against who?
They don't
Ben,
need to.
since it's
I
soldier. I
understand.
remember at one point finding the soldiers was an issue.
Yeah.
I'm just double checking that won't be
They're
an
just
issue
fun
here.
dead.
I don't know.
Shoot.
I'm not curious, sorry.
When he sees the
This is
one
my
that
plan.
doesn't have a
Soldiers sword.
They're-
Okay.
They can come down and around from this area here.
All right. I'm
Came
gonna.
into view.
They're within range. I'm going to cast Common of Sigmar, or try to.
Yes.
Blow him up.
What does the one in front of me look like?
I'm gonna take and use my point for the day to reroll that. Fuck yeah! To a 96.
Oh,
That's
Wait,
open-ended.
open-ended. Open-ended.
But that he doesn't get all those
Doesn't make a
bonuses.
difference.
I do.
Oh.
Can you
Yes.
overcast a con?
No, I can't overcast.
Okay, good.
Oh, you do get the bonuses?
Yeah.
Only if you can find the
This
dice.
is like
Yeah.
one of their spells.
Slanesh
You
stole the
can't-
dice.
Less?
It's like a prayer, I think.
91.
Dang.
So,
187?
oh man.
Sigmar's just like, nah, they're not.
187 plus whatever you roll.
96,
Or plus whatever you're still.
91 plus 62.
That's a really big.
9, 10, 200, and 250,
That was,
259.
that was one heck of a prayer.
Okay, so
He finally got back.
He was like, dear God.
Sigmar smiled upon me.
Mm-hmm.
Did he though?
Are they
He
enemies?
wrote a
of
letter.
Sigmar,
He's
though?
like, dear God.
I'm gonna center it on this guy right here.
He just throws into the air.
Click and hold.
Click and hold.
Try the
That guy
Okay.
right there.
Okay.
And yeah, let's see. It's twin-tailed comet. God damn it.
Sean hasn't even said that they're enemies of Sigmar.
No, he hasn't said anything really.
You invoke litanies of Sigmar, calling on him to smite his foe. Everything when fellowship bonus yards of point of impact suffers 1d10 plus success level, ignoring toughness bonus and armor points.
Right. So we do
and gains the ablaze condition.
right. We do a fireball attack instead,
Okay.
rather than the base damage. I mean, you throw a fireball effectively.
Stupidly potent one.
Sure.
I was gonna say, does he get to add a bonus to the roll equal to some sort of success level?
He doesn't, because prayers don't include critical successes or critical failures.
But
They
it's
don't have they don't have the same risk as arcane.
Yeah, we have to have it in a specific branch without.
Right. If he goes too high or too low, he fumbles. Prayers
understand.
don't have that effect. They either work or they don't.
But they also don't get the spell availability. I mean, never mind.
Right. I don't get the availability of.
Nowhere near the availability.
Now,
of the wizard.
we every time I use this spell, we have this argument, and well, not a conversation. It's not a
Conversation, yeah.
It's
With the amount of success levels I achieved, per that description, I would vaporize these fucking guys. And I know that's not going to be fun as a GM.
Well,
I don't agree with it.
I'm not.
But-
I'm not worried about that. As far as fun level for me for vaporizing the creatures, it's just as fun vaporizing them or not vaporizing them.
Okay.
What I'm trying to establish is a precedent so that when I do it to you, I don't vaporize you.
But you
Okay.
have. We have gotten absolutely decimated in single attacks.
I haven't
You
seen
gutted him with a crit.
I was fully healed. and
I
you
have
gutted
hit
me
him.
with
I
a
have hit
spell.
him with criticals, absolutely, and those criticals have killed you. But we haven't gotten to the point where they're throwing spells at you. Fireball.
Point is that
Getting that ablaze.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You do what you're
What?
gonna
What?
do. Either way.
Well, I get. Here's the problem. That's
I get it all.
16
It's all
success levels.
I understand that, and what I'm trying to think through is what a reasonable increase to the power level is.
Oh,
A
yeah,
fireball.
I get it.
A fireball table is a base 1 to 100 roll. There is no open ended or anything else. But if you roll a 96, it's still massive damage. So giving you a bonus doesn't apply, but I'd be willing to do, based on certain success levels, an increased critical effect, where you add, instead of an A you get a B, or instead of an A you get a C.
Well, what were our hit points like in Warhammer, straight Warhammer? They were like 12, right?
12 is average.
12 was average.
Mm-hmm.
What would like a okay? So according to this, I would do. Let's roll the d10 just for shits and giggles. 4. Okay, so that would be 20 points of damage
Mm-hmm.
to everybody in that circle.
You would also reduce it by toughness and cover, and you
No,
ignore
ig-
armor.
Ignoring toughness bonus and armor points.
Okay.
So and sets them all on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So this is I get this is a translation issue across the way. Do you want to make it a crit thing, or do you want to make it a hit point thing? Because according to this, it's just a basic hit point issue.
If we were using basic,
Because you're not getting crit, you're just setting you're getting set on fire.
Because Warhammer does, well, Warhammer uses crits, but only once they reach 0. So whether you have 5 hit points or 20 hit points, once you reach 0, you take a critical.
Okay.
Okay, and then that you're either wiped out or you're still fighting and you're fine. Hit points become irrelevant at that point.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
different, but
So,
How are we going to do the base damage? That's the question.
the base damage is a fireball. The extra effect would be the blast and the critical effect. And fire criticals can do a lot of damage. You can also roll bad, and they don't do a whole lot. Okay, and that's the variability of the combat system. So,
That's like a once in a campaign kind of roll. That's the only.
Let me ask you this: Make it a whole. Is there holy criticals? In Rolemaster, there used to be a type of critical or a type of maybe this type of attack.
yeah, there are holy criticals, and you could certainly do that, but those aren't necessarily that much more damaging to a person than otherwise.
Could you give him
Okay.
a bonus on the critical chart? There's
He already
like
said
for
that.
every.
I would give him a modifier to the critical severity. The problem is a scale thing. In a Rolemaster mechanics, you fundamentally always have a chance of doing minimum or maximum on any given attack. That's the basics of that's the basic logic of the system. In Warhammer, you're absolutely right. minimum damage is going to wipe out all the guards, just completely outright. And that works, but then everybody else has similar abilities that they can either reach to, or in some cases may already have, that does the exact same thing. And the concern I have is, if that's how we're going to use it, people you're running into are going to have the same thing, certainly at this power level. And I mean, Comet or otherwise, you do that, that's not very exciting from a player standpoint. If I say, okay, I just rolled a fireball, sorry, you took 20 points, no save, you're dead. Okay, as opposed to, you took an E fire critical, and let's make a couple of rolls, and some of them might be better. Okay, so I'm good either way. Ultimately, if the answer is, yeah, Warhammer, these guards are all gone.
So how do we? So I roll on the fireball chart. I would have obviously maxed the fireball chart.
No, the fireball chart is that you cast the fireball. All you've
Okay.
done, Rollmaster wise, all you've done is successfully cast the spell.
Right.
Okay, and in Rollmaster, you either succeed. The appropriate, but it doesn't instantly vaporize the entire unit of guys. Okay, some will be badly damaged, some will probably take minimal damage from a Rollmaster standpoint, and I'm not necessarily saying that that's appropriate. The big concern I have is, and I voiced this beforehand with the prayers, there doesn't seem to be a drawback to the prayers as far as the casting.
There is.
Okay.
If you read about the prayers, they're entirely up to GM discretion as to whether or not they actually work.
If you fumble the prayer, you get a Wrath of the Gods table.
He can cast.
Okay.
He can cast a fireball on anybody.
Sure.
I can't.
If you say his fireball, it's like hordes of enemy coming down, but there's an innocent that happened to be caught tertiary. His god could say, sorry, no, deal with it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
huge. And how many? What's the number of spells you're allowed to get?
I have to spend a lot of XP, but it's on my intelligence bonus per.
He has the same option for a number of spells as you can get.
Well, he gets one spell for every single time he takes a spell. I get my intelligence bonus worth of spells per time I take the talent.
Right. So
On hedge magic, I don't.
There's massive
any magic. I've checked it.
Okay.
There's massive limitations to.
Most priests have like 6 spells,
Yeah.
5 spells.
I've got
and I'm
2.
talking priests, like I'm a tier 4.
He can. Looking at it, he can manipulate the spells like I can. He can change the range, duration, and targets. Looking at it, same math as I do with my spells. You
Right.
can manipulate the spell too.
Not with Twin-tailed Comet.
Yeah, again, just any miracle you can.
Yeah, base miracle
I
mechanics.
thought we looked at all this before.
Yeah,
and that wasn't part of it.
Any spell casting uses the same mechanics. Every 2 success levels, you get an extra ability.
I'm asking because I'm really, if we played long enough and I live long enough, I'm trying to become the priest.
Sure.
That
Sure.
priest. But
That could be
In the
a
success
compromise.
levels under
You
miracles,
allow him to either
you can spend 2
increase the
success
range
levels
of
to
the
change the
physical
range, duration,
fireball.
and amount of targets.
I
You
I have no problem with that. Like George has done that numerous times as well. That doesn't necessarily replicate the Warhammer mechanic of vaporize, because range, multiple targets, etc. doesn't have any bearing here. There's nothing else to blast with this,
Oh, yeah.
and they're not out of range to make a difference.
Right.
Now,
So you would use all your success levels for raw damage.
correct, and I don't disagree with that. Like I said, in straight Warhammer combat mechanics, these guys are vaporized. Okay. The only caveat is the fact that I can, at least from a player's perspective, arbitrarily rule the spell just doesn't work. And I can do that, but from prior campaigns, I'm going to rapidly get into a situation where there's disagreements over why it's not working.
And I get that,
Okay.
but that's, you also got to remember, there's been plenty of times where I've self-censored because I didn't want to use spells because I didn't want to risk it because there was corrupting influence nearby, or there was a chance of hurting somebody else, or just like, okay, this guy's a human thief, he's not an enemy of Sigmar, and I've not specifically used my spells as a result. I mean, there's a lot of limitations.
There are, but that's much less mechanical and interpretive. And I've had problems with the group in the past when I rule one way, and then suddenly it becomes a debate of, well, why are you always handicapping my abilities? So I prefer it much. How I'm thinking. There are rationality. Current state doesn't, but to limit the ability of it because its influence isn't quite as strong, would. Okay. However, if you're able to cast the fireball and follow in all the mechanics, you roll as extreme as you do.
Yeah,
then it's right. It should still logically apply. So
we could come up with, while one of us is bored, we could come up with like a chart or something to reason out different effects for a higher tier. Like
on the fireball spell in Warhammer, how does the mechanic work for that, for like damage and all that?
I'll just post it in the chat real quick.
Well, the reason I'm trying to compare the two spells, because when they designed Warhammer, they made a specific point of distinguishing the two different abilities.
The lore side effect is an extra feat it took to get that ability. So
right,
that's not base.
he needs to roll a 140, and he gets a magic missile with a damage bonus of +3.
Okay.
So he has to roll much higher than you with a chance of failing and fumbling, and he gets notably less damage. And that's where I'm struggling. That there's.
But this compensates from the fact that he also has access to how many spells do you currently have?
A decent bit.
Yeah.
Is it more than 2?
Yes.
Yeah, there is definitely a huge balance difference between numbers of spells between a wizard and cleric. That's honestly why I've never really played a cleric.
Because they're very limited.
Yeah, extremely limited. You're like, okay, I get this one spell.
Well, I completely randomized this character as a cleric. I was like, oh, okay, I'm a cleric, whatever. And then I started looking, I'm like, well, how can I be more effective? And then I kind of generated this idea of the warrior cleric running around, and then I was like, well, I'm going to go over to the warrior priest. I had no idea when I chose warrior priest that I even got fucking spells. So...
Okay. So, end result, in the interest of moving on, as far as this, the basic judgment is you cast the spell, the sky opens up, and a comet flies down, smashes, and as the smoke clears, all these guys are vaporized. Nothing but boots and bits of flesh and so forth.
Are you sure that's the way you want to go? I know you want to move on, but that's a pretty extreme moment. That's like a campaign-defining moment, is why I'm asking.
Well, and that's why I was bringing it up as a concern. I don't want to handicap it such that the spell feels useless when you roll that well. Because if we roll simple fireball damage, increasing the critical or otherwise, it's not going to kill them.
You know, Sean, in the past, what you've done oftentimes is say, hey, your spell goes off, that's great. You are now blessed by Sigmar. For the rest of this combat, you get a plus blah for your actions. However, your spell is just a basic, I mean, it is the fireball. Roll on the fireball.
I could see that as an option as well.
Yeah, let's do something like that, because as much as I want them to all die,
I don't really want to set the precedent. I'm with you.
I don't want to set the precedent, but it also is really fucking anticlimactic.
The gears are
Sure.
live still.
Okay. So what I'll do is this
I think there's one
then.
missing.
No, they're all there. clouds.
More creative.
Reaching down, and it almost you get the impression that it suppresses the effect somewhat. Still does what the effect is to the creatures, but you feel after the boon that Sigmar has abandoned you, or better said, has been cut off from you due to some other influence. Okay, you've attracted otherworld powers to such extent.
We got Cthulhu rolling up in this house.
We did overcast.
I severely.
Okay,
He straight up drops Slanesh down.
But there's no overcast in the prayer
Actually, this
mechanic.
area would be Urgatha.
I understood. Right, but because you've issued such a dominant prayer, you've prayed to the powers that be, and the powers have answered and blasted things.
How do I go from vaporizing the whole squad to now I'm cursed?
You're not cursed. You're not cursed.
Depends.
Look quickly at your hammer.
Okay.
You are blessed.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
you want to roll the
so
damage?
let's go through the damage on them, and then I'll whisper you what boon you get.
Okay.
Okay, so what the mechanics for this is you need to start with a fireball table for each one.
Is that gonna be? Let's see.
And admittedly, this is not that unusual of a debate because we have that frequently with Rolemaster, where people have an interpretation of what something should be.
I want to bring this up now.
Is that on here somewhere?
Yes.
Fireball?
He dropped
Should
that.
be spell fireball.
You did
I-
the same
yeah, I
thing
know.
for him once before, and I just like that precedence. I know. I think that at least he liked it last time. So
I'm okay with it.
if I'm playing priest, if we
don't-
make it that far, I want that idea too.
Yeah, I could buy that because I don't want the spells to be super powerful because to me they don't have a big pro or con.
Right.
So they either work or they don't. And in some situations they might not work. Okay? But if you roll exceptionally well, the gods heard your prayer. And yeah, they'll intercede in the rest of the fight.
There's two different versions. V1
They're
and
the
V2.
same.
Okay.
They're just slightly
All right,
formatted
so
differently.
now I'm rolling against.
You are rolling against armor type 18. The first one has a plus 30 on your attack. That's the only.
Oh, did you need the fireball?
It's minus 5 because of their helmet. So I'll remember that.
I forgot he was
So
25 then?
plus 25 for the first one is just that straight roll. There's no other modifiers to it.
You only get an E crit on one.
Unless you roll open ended. They only go up to E.
Gotta be fucking kidding me.
What'd you get?
A 9. See, so 31,
That's how all my fireballs.
34.
34. Thank you. And this is 18.
Uh huh.
5A.
5A.
That's how
Okay.
happy with the rules still.
What's the second one?
No,
Yeah.
And this is just straight roll.
Uh huh.
11B. Oh, that's a better roll. 16C. Oh shit! A 99. Unmodified 99. 20D. Is that open ended? Okay, let's see. How many more?
That's 4.
Another 94. God damn.
Come on.
17C.
41.
41. 7A. Last guy, a 5. Nothing.
Okay. So the last guy doesn't take anything. So then on the heat critical, roll for the first one.
Alright. You're gonna look, you got the critical. 74.
74. Fire consumes garments and what's left of his hair. His smoke keeps his defense. Poorly. 39 is a C. 8 hits. Must parry and burning.
50.
50 is 10 hits, stunned, and bleeding.
Any more?
Oh, yeah.
I think my job's done.
32.
A 32. 7 hits.
On the word fireball by now.
And bleeding. And then we have an
Did
A.
they already do it?
No. But it's
66.
66.
That's not special on that chart though.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, on the fire critical is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Iconic name.
Flame grapples his shield and chest. Takes 9 hits. He is stunned without parry. And infection will follow.
Yeah, why couldn't I
Which-
have made what?
Won't affect him.
Damn, we should have
Okay.
went for the vaporize.
That's what a certain other person got.
Okay.
I'm glad you didn't.
So.
Because we're in a place with all the curse and chaos. So we would have to fight chaos, and there would probably be some chaotic being to obliterate us.
Probably.
So
You guys, not us.
That's such a fucking rare roll, though. Damn.
you professionally talked to Sigmar. She was pleased with the
It's a
conversation.
he.
You know what? In this day and age, gods can be whatever gender they want.
Isn't Sigmar
Sigmar's woke.
based off of a actual
Yeah,
character?
it's an actual guy.
Yeah.
It's a guy who was sent to Godhead.
Yeah.
That is not in the language that I can speak.
It's not? You don't speak Reichspiel?
Apparently, I don't have it programmed.
You were not that
He
guy.
was a warrior.
How do I have that?
So, go to Convenience Pack,
Okay.
look up language. Right, because I think that'll pull it up.
Am I
No,
next
then
or is
look
it
up,
Anders?
It is. We got distracted here.
Skills.
Next after that is Anders and Erdem.
Okay.
So, priest stops to cast a spell. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'll let him go. first.
Anders?
Oh, are we still running for the berries?
Look skills.
He stopped to cast a spell. What are you doing?
I did wave for you guys.
Are
Now,
there guys on the walls to our east or southeast?
No.
Okay, then I'll go up to here.
and then
Still
you'll
with my
try not to
defense.
character sheet.
Okay.
How many of them do have any bows or crossbows?
They all have swords and shields.
Is that it?
I was gonna say, I feel like if they had bows, the strings would be incinerated.
I wanted to make sure before we just got shot a whole bunch.
Yeah. That's
They
kinda
stop, aim 7 crossbows at you.
Sounds about right.
It really does. Like, I
No.
feel I
You
feel
gotta
that.
go to Wickendorf Village or
When we
maps
played
and load back in.
Hero System Fantasy, all those stupid crossbow bolts, man. God.
I'm gonna go there, and to not make it complicated, I'm just gonna cast armor on myself.
Okay.
Let's see.
Got Reichspiel yet?
It's reloading.
Oh my gosh, it's not even gonna work. It's
Okay,
not-
there we go.
It does it the opposite.
Huh.
I'm just gonna roll it physically.
Okay.
You got it now?
Ooh.
Okay. Did it translate that previous message? If not,
Only 7 of them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll that again. That
See,
was a 97.
that's a 97, George. I'm proving to you that your
Oh.
dice can work. Cool. Whoa!
It's okay. I didn't want that to roll anyway. 'Cause then we'll
Okay.
know what it
Andy,
was.
are you and the wife are gonna play the hero system, right?
I think that's the plan.
Have you guys come up with backgrounds for your characters yet?
No.
Wow.
okay. So that was you guys.
0 ideas for you.
Good job.
Trotsky. I think you already went. Okay, so we're over to the guards.
Just absorb sick.
Okay, so we have the one guard that somebody with an axe attacked.
We've approximately
those
this many
Yes, those guards.
Over by us.
Okay, so that sentry turns and swipes at Gowry. I want to say Mowgli. What's your defense?
Fast shot.
I don't remember. So
Okay.
I'll grab it.
Well, I'm gonna drop that off and hopefully that helps him.
I saved him once. I'm
Uh,
I think I'll do it again.
22.
22.
See if I believe. Can you critically?
It's awfully daring to run into combat with a 22.
He's wounded.
You just have
I
to
assume
go.
you guys would be fighting.
still 18. What's his
18. DB of
He's the helmetless one, right?
11 to
he has 20 technically with his shield.
All right.
Imagine if, like, we open the game,
3C?
peasants come in, like,
Okay.
all crazy and single-handedly take
And
over
a
the
19.
castle.
A 19 on a C.
What is a castle?
You do 8 extra hits.
To this part. We can easily just dark out the guy's head.
It is not enough.
Okay.
He's still going to get a strike. 22.
Get your range magic plus any range. Minus their DB. Like your forming weapon. And your
Armor type?
weapon.
13.
13. He takes a swipe at you, and at the last minute, a gunshot goes off, distracting his strike just enough to miss you.
Nice. Oh, what do they look like? I know this one got its head knocked off. What does he look like?
His head's knocked off.
His helmet.
Helmet.
Yeah, his head's knocked off. It's laying on the ground in the helmet.
Okay.
The next guy steps up and swings at you.
All right.
What's your defense?
22.
22. Okay.
That's
Glad I moved
new.
way back. 'Cause I'm like,
I think we're gonna need a cool test.
yeah, what's your battle tongue?
13, you said?
Yeah.
That one slashes you for 4 points.
My battle tongue is white wolf save me.
Raya our deity.
What's that?
Is it Raya our deity or something?
That one's going to move over there
Not me.
and take a swipe at you as well.
That was as soon as
Okay.
you said we were wrong.
Not me.
I will hopefully be a priest of.
That's what I based my wizard on.
My
Oh my
days
bad,
of
not a
white wolf.
wizard.
It's gonna take me a long time to get to where I cast spells.
That one is going to hit you for a 15D.
Well, you don't get spells before I even get a spell. Clerics don't get spells until second tier.
You can get
Feel like
decent
we're
spells level
missing
2, you just
somebody.
need to get access to them.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
already
it's
able to cast
They're
it.
expensive.
We only got 3, we got 7.
But life spells are good though.
He smashes your shoulder with the flat of his blade. You're wearing armor type 13, so that does not include shoulder armor. You are stunned without parry for 2.
Armor type 13
His chain
covers
shirt.
the torso, which is shoulder.
That wouldn't be greaves for arm.
Now, greaves for armor are your arms. It's actually like arms, wrist, forearm.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I thought the greaves
With shoulder armor, you take 6
Greaves
hits
are arms and
and a stun without parry.
I immediately, thanks to Iron Jaw, I immediately take a test to see if I can get rid of it.
Yeah, on your action, unless somebody attacks you or becomes relevant.
Iron Jaw triggers as soon as I get stunned.
Okay, I mean, mechanically it doesn't make a difference, but
Oh, okay.
sure.
It does if someone else gets the bonus.
for the-
Correct, and as soon as somebody else takes an action that would be affected, he gets a saving throw.
Okay.
Until then, it's just easier to track it when it's your action next.
Alright.
And when it's your action, it's good to go away.
Understood.
So,
That's a good talent.
Yeah, and it can get rid of multiple stun.
okay. And then over here,
They give up.
they give up. Okay, so I got a few effects to apply.
Just a
This one I think was the center one here, so we'll put him there.
But you
Let's see.
The blade. Okay.
That explains why I didn't get stunned when you knocked the zero off.
Sweet Jesus. I gotta stay away from you guys whenever we get around people.
We tend
Okay.
to draw all the attention. Hey, they draw pictures of us and post it on posters all throughout town.
If we
We're
win this,
famous.
if we win this, the assault's gonna walk into this castle and be like, "Where'd everyone go?"
That's what I literally said
And
to him.
Steve's just glowing the light of Jesus.
Like we open the gate, the assault force comes
Blasphemy,
in,
sin.
everybody's dead.
Okay, so they're all burning. They stagger about. This guy's just burning, but otherwise wasn't that affected, so he moves forward. The guy in the back is still stunned.
Foreign people.
Okay, so Gowry, what would you like to do?
Just raise the
I'm
white
going
flag.
to take a step north, 5-foot step north,
Okay.
and swing on this one.
Okay. It's a 40 defense.
Did you mean to move your character?
Yes.
Yes.
It's interesting
Okay.
that when you choose somebody, when you pick somebody, they get a brown spot on them.
He's targeting them, that's why.
It's the brown pants.
Yeah.
I see you wore the brown pants.
In Pathfinder, it has automation where if you target them, you can apply all the damage and do the spells and everything else. This does if we're using the actual Warhammer mechanics. It has some of that automation, but that's where that dot's coming from.
Gotcha.
That's when I cast my spell.
I'm gonna use a fortune point on that one.
Because you
90.
don't want a 90? Well,
Yeah.
it's
I
minus
don't
his...
want a 22.
Yeah, you don't want his defense of 40 off of that.
These are literally Black Knights from that movie. Like,
Not
King
much
Arthur.
God dang.
I'm gonna use another one.
Oh,
You can only use one fortune point.
I thought you could use as many as you wanted for an attack.
I'm fine with it. I don't care.
And use them.
Yeah.
Base rules, I agree, yes, but we haven't done that.
Yeah, I guess functionally you can use however many you want. I mean, you take whatever the result is.
That's fine. That's better. 88. Yeah.
At least this way they burn you.
Sure, yeah.
Quite faster.
That's functionally I'm fine with
Are the
that.
7 guys actually, or the 6 actually on fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, fire, I'm going to use different mechanics than standard bleed because that's going to go out relatively. I mean, it's going to. I'm going to have it decrease 1 by every round for the damage. Otherwise, I mean, 5 points for a single ablaze is a lot.
9 points of damage.
But and it's fire. It's still going to go out. If they take time to put it out, they can put it out faster.
No.
They're not. They don't seem concerned about that aspect. They're not affected by the pain.
So
But-
in a blaze
It's another
condition
one of
does
those
15
mechanic-
points of damage. If we just
Yeah.
say, you know, I ignore it, 15 points of damage.
Over time, yeah. And some of the, like a lot of his spells
All my-
add multiple ablaze.
All my spells apply blaze conditions
Right.
now. Just automatically, and plus 1 if it already
9
does.
points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay.
10 points of blaze per round.
In Warhammer, an ablaze condition does
1 wound.
1 wound, yeah, per round.
But it's forever.
Right. There's no specific mechanics for that,
Right.
and I don't want to have that precedent again because I shoot a flaming arrow at you, you get an ablaze, you're just dead.
Right. Yeah, don't worry about putting that out.
Yeah, just leave it. It's
Just-
fine.
just-
I mean, I'm happy with the compromise from there.
Okay.
Fuck, the lethality of that spell went down big time.
It did, and that was my hesitation with it because I didn't want to completely neuter it when you get an exceptionally good roll.
Yeah, because I mean, we went from those guys all being
Well, I can
vaporized.
hear you.
One guy's completely untouched. Most of them barely got hurt.
No, they got hurt. They got hurt pretty bad.
Really?
The criticals did a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
Count for spells.
One critical did 20 extra
When I
points.
roll,
Okay, so that was. Right, Eliathan.
Yeah.
There you go.
You see the gunslinger firing and dropping pistols left and right.
And there's the cha-cha. Forward and back.
Yeah, the guy in the back, it looks like he has a pretty straight line of effect to me.
Sure.
I'm shooting him.
Okay.
What's his DB?
His DB is 20.
The man without a head.
He already used his shield.
Not this round.
Against my pistol.
Oh, that's right. He stepped over.
No,
yeah,
he doesn't. He hasn't moved yet.
Did I?
That was my fact shot.
He had, okay, I'm fine with that. Yeah, he doesn't have a defense then.
No DB.
Okay, he's not point blank.
Move forward and point blank.
I wonder if I can manipulate the fireball to get smaller.
He's like, you? Are you moving forward?
God damn, I cannot roll for
It's
shit.
called a firebolt.
You rolled pretty decent earlier.
How many rolls and
Take yourself
chaos
a lap.
points and
Yeah.
wonders have I used? Alright, 7A puncture.
Okay.
I barely got a critical. Jesus.
Your ears are slightly getting longer as you make these deals.
I like it.
Your tail's poking out.
That's right.
But it's not getting longer this way, it's getting longer this
Yeah,
way.
just
so-
earlobes.
17.
17 on an
Like that
A.
Ears Hum song.
You strike him for 1 point as he steps back defensively and falls.
Oh, that's okay.
Alright, then
See, all the points don't matter, just the last one.
I got 2 people in front of me. But I know there's somebody else around the corner. So I move to. Whoops.
You know, we
Here.
almost would have been better off just forming up into a formation and just walking into the
Try to
middle
keep-
of the courtyard.
Keep the walls covered when that crossbowman comes out.
Okay.
No, because then I'll keep a little.
What? Bastard! I'm not done. That was only 3 yards. I see him now.
Well, yeah, but you can't react based on where he's at. Trotsky.
Oh, I'm so
You
glad
hear,
it's my
you hear a girlish elf scream, and you're like, "Where's she at?"
Oh, you said when you scream, you should retreat.
Bob's location.
It's his echo.
All right, I'm gonna cast dart. Or
Okay.
See if I can cast dart.
Okay.
Alright,
I will.
I think successfully cast.
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume I did. I
Well,
don't. Okay.
Don't
I can.
don't assume.
You always
What
do
about this
now.
little
Okay.
overcast?
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
I don't think he overcast.
The
Skill's not that high yet.
a 140. So that's 4 success levels.
So you
So
can
I get.
3 people if you want.
You can get 3 people. You can get a plus 20 on the shock bolt attack. Or
get
you-
2 people with plus 10.
So 2 people. But
Just make a suggestion.
sure. I'll shoot 3 of them.
So which 3 are you shooting?
Get the crits on all of them.
I'll shoot this one. This one.
That's what you just did.
And that one.
Oh, I
Okay. So do you have the shock bolt table?
I do.
Okay.
So my total bonus. So their DB's 40, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That first one has a 30 defense
Okay. So
So he's 20 yards away.
'Cause they have
So
shields.
You check the range. So you
No, no,
this is
yeah,
0.
penalties for hit points
Yeah,
and all that shit.
that's why he's 30.
that's a 92.
I know one of the dudes had his shield blasted up with the fireball.
What's that?
So
What
that's
did one of the
a-
guys lose his shield? from the
No,
fireball?
his arm's on fire.
I got a 9A on the first guy,
A 9A.
and the critical is.
Okay.
Do you prefer the criticals first? Or
Let me get the critical table for the shock bolt, and this is
You
electricity.
might see me cast magic for the first time.
okay. Yeah.
Critical.
30 defense.
Okay. 89. So that's
They can't use a shield against a fireball.
so that's an 8A
8A.
with a 63 critical.
I mean, they can, it just wouldn't be effective.
Correct. Well placed strike. He has metal greaves, so he takes 3 hits.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they have
And
metal.
then the next one, what's his DD? Oh,
The next one has a 30 also.
Double.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Double
30
for
as well?
attacking.
Yeah.
okay. So that's another.
If you were casting a spell, that would be additional. But
Yeah, I rolled a 66. So that's a 101. So 10A
Oh, that's the best one yet.
with a 39 critical.
39. Grounds out into his weapon arm. He has a metal weapon. He takes 7 hits.
That's by far
I
the best
did
one.
something.
Use that
You did.
sword.
And then I will stand there
Okay.
and watch.
So, Andrews, you already moved. So, Erdem.
Wait,
Oh, no, this was the
no,
next round. So,
next round.
like
Erdem and Priest. Who wants to go first?
he can, since you went first last time. I'll let him fireball something and I'll fail my spell.
I'm not gonna try to fireball you. I'm not gonna ask for that blessing twice in a row. That's greedy.
Only you saw the green.
I'm gonna step to there,
Oh.
and whoever, I'll just,
Are these
this guy right here,
Which guy? Is
This
that
guy.
this other one? Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay.
Do these guys have the undead trait?
Why?
Is that because you're lore thing?
Yeah.
You don't get that yet.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Shooting the sword out.
You don't know.
My lore means I do more damage to undead creatures.
You get that
Okay.
second or third
What's
level.
his defense?
His defense is 0.
Oh, then level 2.
Yeah.
I'm saving up my experience to go. As soon as we get to
59.
You get that
So
for upkeep, so
that
you
is
don't
a
get that for
117.
Does that also include
My
Your
short-term goal was
environmental
getting into
bonus?
to keep. Does that matter?
I think so. I don't know. I've not looked at the life one.
That is
I know,
a
I'm just-
12G puncture
No, you need to be upgraded.
with
Still,
so life doesn't do
a 93 on the crit.
93 on a B.
He's
Strike to his hip with waist armor. He takes 7 hits.
Level 2 is when you get unlocked all that.
in total.
Using his crossbow.
You probably rip
I'm
it.
still sitting here like, how did he hit somebody with that hammer?
He threw it.
I'm like going back and forth like that is.
He just got extending on it.
That's the blessing he got from his
That
god.
was such a great crit, too.
I'm like, why won't you at least?
Oops.
Yes,
I'll be open for business later, fellas.
I'm glad I can't see whatever it is you guys can see.
Okay.
'Cause I don't see
So, Erdem, what did you want to do?
So I'm going to. Why can't I move? You're measuring.
Stay with me.
Okay.
We both have battle language.
Stay with me, all of you.
Yeah, they can communicate.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
You guys want to go right there? I guess that changes my range thing.
Because he steps 5 feet out of range.
No, I got 50-yard range, but
Dad, which way was the way
So-
to the inner keep? West,
Yes.
where all those guards are?
Yes.
Okay.
Just yes. Which way was it?
yeah, I'm going to cast that at the dude down here fighting the pit fighter.
The northern one? Okay.
Yeah,
What are you casting?
bolt fire.
Okay.
It's the upgrade one, so it isn't shock bolt, so I don't have that
It's
table.
Firebolt. It's in the attack tables.
Okay, I'll have to pull that up, assuming I cast correctly.
Sure.
Imagine that's poor pit fighter.
Oh.
The dude in front of him
Oh.
just explodes into flames.
I just reread the message.
What?
I'll stick by it.
I figured it was close enough.
No, I just
Magic
I can't even tell what
Adjustments.
good it is from my.
It's a ranged attack like an arrow.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Anything else
I
you
didn't
know
know
of
if
So-
magic, because I'm casting the spell.
Yeah,
to begin with, so I
I'm
didn't know
not
if there was
trying to-
magic manipulation.
No, yeah, there's no winds of magic effects or anything like
Have they
that right now.
increased it all?
Have the
Winds
win
of magic?
in the last 10 seconds? No.
So I'll add a fortune so the spell goes off. Just base.
Okay, just make it. Okay. Now your attack is going to have a -10 because you got beggars in the way.
So it says I get the magic missile +4, so that's just gonna be the base firebolt.
Yeah, firebolt is a much stronger attack.
Okay. I figured that might be. A +10. Oh well, -10. Do I get a +10? He's not expecting a attack. From
No,
the fire.
he's in combat.
Okay.
That one has not used. He has used his shield against an axe, so he has a 20 defense currently.
Okay, so just 30 defense on
And then if there's a range modifier for the firebolt.
this far out, but I don't know. Version 2.
Doesn't matter. They're both the same. So you are at him. You are 24 yards, would be 75 feet. So I don't think that's. F5 is a refresh.
Oh, it doesn't work. No. Oh, so where's the view? I'm sorry.
Under the, if you go to the menu, there's view, and then rotate view right. Or shift control plus.
So I'll just read it sideways.
Okay. Make your attack.
I'm just trying to figure out the range thing. Where?
At the top.
It's either at the top or the bottom. Same place as the shock bolts one. Bottom left.
Oh yeah, it's at the bottom left. It just doesn't.
So on that, it's going to be in the bottom right of that.
It's cut off on that page.
No. I thought I had everything planned, and then Adobe decided to be mean. I'll try the. Oh, I was in a whole different thing. I was in balls.
Fireball would be completely different.
Yeah.
That doesn't have range penalties.
That explains it.
I almost wanted to say something right there.
I know.
Yeah, me too. I was kind of sitting there. I was like,
Yeah.
what are you doing in that file, George?
Missed opportunity.
What are you doing in that one, George? That file's off limits.
Dig it around in the ball pit.
It was all in the balls.
I didn't even have balls loaded on me.
So I got a. Oh, what's the armor tag?
18.
That's so hard. Usually 67 minus 30, so that's 30 something.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I rolled pretty well.
And I know, which is
18. Correct, 18.
Mhm.
21E.
Jesus.
Ouch. Go for it.
With a 35.
35 on an E. Blast his weapon arm. Takes 9 hits.
Says he'd be perfectly fine on mine.
I also got the wrong one.
He is burning.
He gets a +1 ablaze on top of this.
Okay. Okay. So he's burning plus the ablaze. Okay.
And that was my turn.
Okay. I believe
speaking bad things into the world, George.
Sword 13. He slices you for a 7A crush. And an A crush hits with a thud for 2 extra hits.
Should have played a basic attack on the last character.
Okay, the other one takes a step here, which flanks you, and then is going to take a strike at you.
I don't have any friends at this point. I have 2. No. I have
2.
two.
Okay.
Are we doing flank or outnumber?
Flank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
You want to do anything? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
That close.
He got burned though.
He did get burned. He's at a higher level penalty.
Does he get even more penalty if he's distracted because he just got shot?
No. They don't seem to be paying attention to that much.
Just a casual day. in
So
the
you have a
hard
2.
life.
Shine. Doesn't help with fighting heresy.
Getting shot is not anything.
This
Not
one
bad.
is going to be
Basic
bad
damage, right?
with a 17E slash.
That's just gonna knock me out anyway.
It's hard to believe
Yeah,
that
I mean,
you started all this.
I'm going to use a fate point to make that knock me out of the fight.
Okay.
Good choice.
Not just nullify it altogether.
If I nullify it altogether, then I'm wasting a fate point because I get killed next round.
You don't have 2 pay points, is what you're saying.
I have 5. I just don't want to waste 2.
He doesn't want to burn through all of them in combat. So the 2 guards surround him as one gets blasted from across the courtyard, definitely drawing lots of attention. Not that the glowing priest didn't already. They step up, surround him, and he goes down under a flurry of sword strikes, leaving you and the elf. Meanwhile, the elf screams.
Oh, that's terrifying sound.
So he does charge me, huh?
He does. You see him. He was just coming through the door.
I'll be gutted.
He was just coming through the door, thinking he was going to sneak up on you guys when you presented him a nice target. So he charges. Since you said you were taking cover with the wall, I'll give you 20 points for that.
Okay.
Okay. What's your defense?
58.
58.
You're gonna die.
Hey, 58, you got it. Right on.
Armor type?
20.
1.
12.
17D.
All by myself.
Why they got so. If we want to go a little bit later and everybody's open to it, that's fine. If
Yeah.
not, we're at the time where we need to stop.